Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And we are ready for another season of Hopkinton Hillers football. The team just about to come out tonight. It's 0-1 Wayland Warriors, 0-1 Hopkinton Hillers. Wally, it's the season opener. A great atmosphere here on this evening, and a glistening sun to start as well.
Right, or I would call it a blinding sun, but it's a great night for football. It's 68 degrees. There isn't a breath of wind out there. The sun is in our eyes. It's fantastic. I can't wait to do it.
Absolutely, and that sun will probably be gone by like the second half or so, but it's going to be out for a little bit. But it is a beautiful evening out, and certainly a little bit warm out there, too, for this time of year and for this week we've had. I'd say this is one of the warmer days.
Yeah, I wore my football season clothes, and I'm already sweating.
Right.
So, I'm all warmed up and ready to go. I've broken a sweat just like the players. So this is going to be a great night. We've got two teams coming in. Both have lost their first game, and both looking for a big win tonight to at home here to start the season for Hopkinton. That'll be a huge one for the Hillers.
Yeah, absolutely. The Hillers, they fell on the road 13-6 to Chicopee Comp last week, and Wayland had a close one with Holliston, but Holliston pulled off the win 13-0. So this game, in a way, might be a good gauge to see how Hopkinton compares to Holliston.
True.
Seeing that Wayland just met up with them last week, but obviously it's early in the season. You're working out the kinks, and a lot of new faces on this Hiller roster as well.
Right, yeah, absolutely true. And yeah, you do always kind of want to gauge yourself against the great teams in your league, like Holliston usually is like the iron of the TVL. And it is kind of a nice early gauge to see how you're doing there. They did lose, however, to Chicopee last week. I'm not sure how long the flight was out there and back, but that must have been a tough trip back after losing 13-6 out in Western Mass.
Absolutely, and here they are, your 2025-26 Hopkinton Hillers coming out to the field. A big applause, and we are just about ready for football. It's the Wayland Warriors and the Hopkinton Hillers on a beautiful Friday night. The crowd is pumped, the team is pumped, and Wally, I'd say we're pretty pumped too.
Yeah, I am pumped. I'm ready for let's get ready to rumble. Let's do this. I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing beats the beginning of football season.
Right.
And the Hillers hoping to start off on a good note. And Alex Piccoli, he'll be the quarterback. He went 14 for 18 last week, threw for 161 yards, had a touchdown and an interception, so a good performance by Piccoli. And, 14 for 18, that's pretty impressive. So we'll see what they could get going tonight with that passing game, and hopefully they'll get a nice mix going.
Yeah, that is a good high percentage rate right there for his completion. Just guessing, I'd say up near 75% or more. So, yeah, that's a good night of throwing for him. Too bad he had the one INT, but another touchdown. So that's a good week for him. And too bad it's the only offense they could really kind of generate last week, but we'll see how they do today against another team with a similar record.
Well, Wayland beat the Hillers last season 30-0, so the Hillers looking for some revenge in their last four meetings with Wayland. Both teams have taken two of the matchups, so very even series as we have the captains heading to center field for the coin flip. Ryan Morin and Will Boucher for the Hillers.
Yeah, that was a tough loss last year. A big, really getting kind of lambasted out there on a shutout like that. I remember that night, and that was kind of demoralizing. So hopefully, a meeting early in the season here, and they can kind of do something about that.
Absolutely, and they were a little bit frustrated at times last season, but then eventually they really got their offense going, but then ran into a few injury problems, and they're hoping for a little bit of a different story this season, but they were certainly pretty competitive last year as well. So it looks like the Hillers are going to be kicking off to Wayland, and we are just about ready, and right now we'll set it down to field level for the national anthem.
between the visiting Wayland Warriors and your hometown Hopkinton Hillers. Wayland is led by head coach Scott Persigian and captains Ray J. Walton, Alex Eben Felista, Dylan Englehart, and Aiden Curry. The Hillers are led by head coach Mark Sanborn and captains Will Boucher and Ryan Morin. As always, Tri-Valley League is committed to the highest ideals of sportsmanship and establishing a healthy environment for interscholastic competition. The league will not tolerate negative statements or actions directed towards competitors, game officials, or fans in attendance. Such actions include taunting, trash talking, and berating players, coaches, and officials. The Tri-Valley League has adopted a zero-tolerance policy. Warnings will not be issued and offenders will be ejected. Please respect all decisions made by officials. Please respect fans, coaches, participants, and opponents alike. Now, please rise for the playing of our national anthem, performed by HHS band led by Craig Hay.
And there you go. We are just about ready to get things going. I do want to mention that Hopkinton football players, coaches, and students are supporting Tackling Cancer by wearing yellow for Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. And they'll cheer on all the families who have and who continue to battle cancer. So that's why you'll see a lot of yellow tonight here around David M. Hughes Stadium.
The yellow, the neon yellow, and that's a great cause to rally around it. It's one of the bigger tragedies that families fight when the children are suffering from cancer.
Absolutely, as Nathan Dickinson tees it up, and he is set to kick off right to left across your screen. Wayland Warriors in the orange and white, Hopkinton Hillers in the green and white, and we are just about set to go here at David M. Hughes Stadium.
You notice the high school still uses kickoff.
This is how it should be, Wally.
Right. Exactly. It's not like the NFL nowadays.
And Dickinson's going to send this one end over end to the far side. Lands at about the 22-yard line. And the ball gets loose. And I think the Hillers have it.
Yeah.
And yes, they do.
That was a big mistake for the Wayland return man to let that ball bounce. End over end, that ball took a crazy bounce, and he wasn't able to secure it. That's a big mistake by Wayland just to start the game. Really should have attempted to catch that on the fly.
It certainly is, and what a way to get things started for the Hillers, as they will bring the offense right out to the field, and they'll have very good field position as well.
Yeah, they're going to have great field position. They're on about the 20-yard line. Hard to tell from here with the sun in my eyes. But the way I'm looking at it, I'm kind of triangulating the position of the ball with the sidelines and the light posts and all the good stuff.
Well, we'll do our best. That sun is a little bit brutal right now, but hopefully that problem will go away relatively soon, as they are going to line it up out of the gun, and it's a run up the middle by Piccioli, and he won't get very far.
No, I think he's going to lose a yard or two there. Nothing up the middle there for any running room. Yeah, the Wayland line had that all stacked right up on the line.
So in case you're just joining us, the Hillers recover the kickoff. A fumble on the kickoff by Wayland. And they are in very good field position as Petroli going to pull it down. He'll hand it off, and it's going to be a run up the far side. That is Ryan Lang fighting his way forward for maybe a yard.
Yeah, he's going to get 2 or 3 there. It's going to be 3rd down and about 8, I'd guess. It's hard to see. The scoreboard is saying 3rd and 11. And it looks like they're right at the original marker, so 3rd and 10.
So he gains a yard, 3rd and 10. Hiller is going to be looking for something big here.
Let's see if Petroli kind of goes through the air here.
Petroli going to line it up with a back to his right. That's Ryan Morin. 2 receivers spread out to the left side. Some motion by the tight end, and he'll take the snap, rolls to his right, airs it out, and it's incomplete. A little too far ahead of his intended target, Trevor Blinn.
Yeah, he fumbled the snap a little bit. He kind of bobbled the shotgun snap. When he finally got a hold of it, they had some pass rushers in the backfield with him, and he just had to scramble away and kind of toss it down the sideline, hoping that receiver would get it or it would go out of bounds.
Well, with good field position, they're going to keep the offense out there, facing a 4th and 10. Petroli once again lines up with a back to his left, takes the snap, rolls to his left, throws upfield as a wide open target. It's caught, and it's a touchdown. Ryan Lang wide open, a 25-yard touchdown for the Hillers.
Wow, great play, great fortitude by Coach Sanborn there to go for it on 4th and 10, deep in the enemy territory. What a play. Yeah, Petroli kind of got the shotgun snap, rolled a little bit to his left, and Lang got wide open on a crossing pattern. He might maybe mix up in the coverage, and he was wide open going to the left corner of the end zone.
Well, that was clearly a blown coverage by the Wayland defense, but the Hillers, they take advantage, and the extra point is just a little wide to the right by Dickinson. So the score will remain a 6-0 Hiller lead, 10:27 left to go in the first quarter. Wally, you can't get much better of a start to this
really
game
a
than that.
Fantastic start. You take advantage of 2 miscues by Wayland and go up a touchdown right away. You're kicking off, you get the fumble on the kick return, and then the Wayland stands up and holds them to 4th down. You think they might kick a field goal, or, but they go for it on 4th and 10. There's a blown coverage in the backfield, and Hillers come away with a touchdown. Yeah, you really can't get any better than that to start the game.
Absolutely not. Is now teeing it up. It looks like is that 59?
Yeah, we're going to have to watch the kickoffs. That opening kickoff was quite short, and that played a role in the fumbled return. I think one of the up men was unsure about how to corral it, and it clearly got away from him. So.
And he's going to send this one over to the near side. It's caught at the 25, and Wayland gets a pretty good return up to about the 42-43, and that is where they will start their first offensive drive of the game.
Yeah, another short kick. This one more of a line drive. One of the up men kind of took it on the fly and got a good return out of it. So short kick, short return, but still equals good field position to start for Wayland. And now we'll see. Get our first good look at Hiller defense this year.
Well, they certainly, Wayland certainly wanted their offense on the field a little sooner than this.
Yeah, they didn't want to come on the field down 6-0.
But they are starting off with some good field position. We'll see what they could do. George Bressler, the sophomore, is the quarterback. And he's lined up in the gun, but we have a official stoppage here.
It looks like we have an issue with the chain gang on the far side.
Yeah, I don't know if they're lined up right. You're probably having a tough time seeing the ball with that glaring sun.
Yeah, they're working on the chains on the far side of the field.
And they still have chain gangs in high school football as well.
Right. Instead of the satellite positioning.
They don't have the electronic measurement or whatever it is they call it.
I call it the cartoon.
Right, the scoreboard card too. And it looks like they're just getting everything in order here. And, these early season games, got to work out the kinks. on the chain gang side as well.
Literally the kinks in the chain, right?
No pun intended. Bressler lined up out of the gun. A man in the backfield takes the snap. He's going to roll to his left under pressure. Gets rid of it, and it's incomplete. Good defensive coverage by the Hillers. A nice pass rush there.
Yeah, Liam Grady was right in the quarterback's face there. So he had to throw that off his back foot. Nice pressure by the Hillers on first possession of the game for Wayland. And Liam Grady is a senior linebacker coming off the left edge there. You can see him there, number 4.
Bressler getting the play call from the Wayland sideline, and this time he is going to line it up with an empty backfield, and the snap gets away from him, picked up by the running back, Braje Walton, and Walton bursts up the far side. Deep into Hiller territory he goes before he's brought out of bounds at around the 20. So what could have been a disaster for Wayland turns into a huge gain.
Yeah, really a big fortuitous event there for Wayland. That was a terrible situation where the quarterback let the snap go through his hands, and then just on the bounce, the running back just scooped it right up, bounced right up into his lap, and he just took it around the end for 40 yards.
It was almost like they meant to do that.
Right.
A 34-yard pickup for Wayland, and they are in business at the Hiller 23, first and 10. Out of the gun once again, motion right to left, and another miscue in the snap, but this time we have an official's whistle.
Yeah, blown dead.
Do we have a false start? Yes, we did. And that's going to be against Wayland. So that'll push them back 5 yards, and you can see this young Wayland offense, which is led by a sophomore quarterback. They're working out some kinks.
Right, yeah, you can definitely tell. The sophomore looks like a pretty big kid for a sophomore, but a little bit of pregame jitters here are kind of affecting him just in the transfer between the center and the quarterback. He's having a little trouble there.
So now it's first and 15 from the 28 as Bressler takes the snap out of the gun under pressure, and he's dragged down at around the 45. Liam Grady gets to him.
Yeah, finally. He's only been in the backfield once already, and this is his first sack. So 1 pressure and 1 sack for Liam Grady. That's a great way to start the defense for the Hillers.
And that is a monstrous loss of yardage, a loss of 17. They're marked all the way back at around the 45, and they are facing second and quite long here.
Yeah, last week Liam Grady was in on 10 tackles, 7 of them solo tackles. So he knows what he's doing out there when he comes face to face with the ball handler.
Ball actually marked at about the 44 rather, so they're going to need about a 20-yard play here. Actually, a little more than that, but a 30-yard play. So they are going to call a timeout. Well, they do have a couple downs to get those 30 yards.
Right, second down.
But they're going to need a couple long plays.
Right, so scoreboard says second and 25. The chain gang at one of the ends is laying down. We're not quite sure where it is. So second and 25 and a timeout called. So they're going to go into their bag of tricks and come out with their second and 25 play.
During this timeout,
so they will draw up something here, and more than likely you'll see a couple of longer type of plays. But Wally, looking at this Wayland offense so far, it looks like they're going to pass a lot. Bressler does seem to have quite an arm, so I think you're going to see a lot of the passing game from this Wayland team, at least for the first half.
Well, you might, and especially coming into the game already down 6 points. They might kind of have to throw a little bit to stay in it, especially if the Hillers can pile on some more points. But if I was Wayland, I wouldn't panic at this point yet.
Well, we got a new.
But they do have
Michael Johansson is in that quarterback, number 9, it looks like. So a new quarterback for Wayland.
Boy, they didn't give Bressler much rope, huh?
Well, we'll see what they do. I mean,
Could be some kind of trick play, yeah.
Right. They could be bringing him in for just a play and bring back Bressler. We'll see what happens as he'll take the snap. He's going to throw to his left, and it's incomplete. It was in and out of the hands of his intended target.
He did get rid of it very quickly. That was a design timing play. out to the sideline. And
That was intended for Aiden Curry, number 88.
yeah, Johansson got the snap and let it rip right away.
So that makes it a
Third and 25.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see what they do now. And they've got Johansson still in there.
So it looks like they're going to be testing out some things in this Wayland offense. And I believe Wayland, they had a lot of seniors last year, so they lost a lot of players from last year's team.
There's a fumbled snap again.
And Johansson is going to pick it back up and be dragged down in the backfield in Hiller territory, taking him to the ground. Trevor Blinn, another sack for the Hillers and a big loss of yards there.
That's huge right there. They might not even reach the first down marker with their punt.
So this Hiller defense having their way with Wayland so far, and they are marked all the way back at the 43-yard line on the Hillers side.
And Wayland is kind of helping out the Hillers cause with their miscues here.
So they're going to punt it away, a nice punt. It's going to sail back to about the 5-yard line, and the return up the far side, and he will trickle up the sideline for about a 17-yard return. And that was a pretty nice return by the captain, Will Boucher.
Yeah, nice job fielding that punt. Another, fumbled snap or misconnection on the shotgun snap, and that's probably the third one on 5 plays for Wayland. So they are really trying to help the Hillers cause out here. We'll see what the Hillers can do on offense now. They really have only had the one big play.
So the Hillers marked at about their own 25 here, working right to left across your screen. As Pacholi going to take this snap from the pistol. He'll throw the screen to his left. It's caught. And a couple yards there by Patrice Petit. And a nice catch and run to
little wide
get a
receiver
little momentum.
Screen. Yeah, little wide receiver screen out to the left. Got a couple of yards there. Really kind of a long throw. It makes the play slow to develop.
So they gave him a yard. Hillers snap quick here. It's another pass up the far side. And did he hang on?
No.
It is incomplete.
Hard to know if he overthrew Liam Grady or if he underthrew.
He was looking for Patrice Petit, I believe.
Yeah, one of them. He overthrew one and underthrew the other.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Hillers from about the 26. As they will talk things over a little more, it looks like. They're going to huddle up, and they are ready to go back to the line. And this time, they're going to line it up out of the pistol. It's going to be a designed keeper.
Yeah, quarterback draw.
And he gets a few up the middle.
Yeah, it looks like he picked up a 5 or 6 there on a quarterback draw right up the middle. Good bit of running, but that comes up to 4th and 4.
So a couple of yards there, and that brings up 4th down. Hillers will punt it away, it looks like. Ryan Lang on the field. So a good defensive stop and a well-needed stop for Wayland. As Lang gets a pretty nice punt all the way back to the 42. And the return up to about the 48-49, and the Wayland offense will come back out.
Yeah, decent punt, and it covered it well, short return. And now we'll see what Wayland has to offer here on offense again. And we got to keep watching the shotgun snap for Wayland to see if they keep using it or if they move the quarterback under center to try to keep the miscues from happening.
So it looks like they're going to mark Wayland at the 48-yard line. So once again, good field position for the Warriors.
The best news is they take Ben mode. Right on down to the snack shack.
Offense back out on the field. It's Michael Johansson, the junior, in at quarterback, lined up out of the gun with a man in the backfield. Takes the snap. He'll hand it off. A run up the far side and some decent yards
pushing,
there.
still
Still pushing. And he got close to the first down before being dragged out of bounds. Bray Wilson with another good run. Or Walton, excuse me.
Yeah, that's real close to the first down. And they are marking it as a first down, although the change.
Griffin McPherson along with Devin Morrissey.
Yeah, Liam Grady kind of blew up the backfield there and forced Johansson into putting the ball down and kind of looking around, and that gave the other two guys time to get in there. Great defensive line play by all three.
That is the third Hiller sack of this game. And there's still 6:26 left to go in the first quarter. The Hiller defense, they are firing on all cylinders so far.
We got 2nd and 19 here from the 50.
Johansson going to line it up now out of the gun, and he will hand it off to the man in motion, Bray Walton. Walton trying to find some space, has nowhere to go, but there is a flag on the play. In on the stop for the Hillers was Liam Grady and company.
Yeah, that could be a hold on the on one of the receivers, or maybe a hands to the face.
It looks like they might lose about a yard or two here.
Yeah, that's a hold on the offense.
Well, Wayland, they're just simply getting beat up front, Wally.
They really are. This has so far been a big part of the game here for the Hillers has been the defensive line. Penalties declined. 4th down coming up now. 4th and probably.
That's going to be 3rd down. 3rd down there.
3rd and 29.
3rd and 19 from the 49.
They really didn't push him back.
Or actually, they put him right back at the 47. So it's 3rd and about 21. Out of the gun he goes with an empty back set, and now looks like a little confusion out there. Johansson looks towards the sideline.
Yeah, the sideline wants to send in an audible.
We'll see if they get the snap off, and they
close.
will, very close. And he'll throw to his right, and it's caught. And that's a pickup of several yards there, but not enough for the first down. So it is going to be a 4th down situation. That was Dylan Englehart on the reception.
And yeah, now it's going to be 4th and 11. And Wayland's going to punt, I believe. Yes.
So a pickup of about 6 yards on that last reception.
Johansson set back as the punter, so he's either doing double duty or you got to kind of keep your eye on him.
Well, we'll see what they do here. The snap and the kick, and he will send it away. And it's a pretty good one. Up the near sideline it goes and rolls out of bounds.
No. They're going to down that at the 1.
Oh, wow. That stayed in bounds.
Yeah, great play by the gunner there for Wayland. Keeping
that
it out
rolled
of the
right
end
up
zone.
the sideline, Wally.
Yeah, he kept it right in play and out of the end zone.
Well, you can't get much more perfect of a punt than that.
That was fantastic. Great play by the gunner on the Wayland side.
So the Hillers bring their offense back out. 5:14 left to go in the first quarter.
Only 99 yards to go.
And we'll see what they're able to do here. You'd imagine in a situation so close to the end zone, you'll try to run it out, give yourself a little space to work with.
Yeah, maybe even just a quarterback run right up the middle, right from under center.
Piccioli lined up under center, and as he takes a snap, we get a whistle.
Yeah. And it's going to be against the Hillers, but it's only going to be a false start. That's just going to be half the distance to the goal, so that's penalty will be above about a few inches.
So that'll push them back, about a couple inches. Not much room there.
And they'll probably run the same play. I'm going to go with the quarterback right up the middle. Nope, he's going to turn around, hand it.
And the run up the middle doesn't get far. He kept pushing forward. I'd imagine he got enough to stay out of the end zone.
Yeah, it looks that way.
A good stop there by the Wayland defense.
Yeah, it does look like you got a good push right at the line of scrimmage for at least a yard.
I believe it was Trevor Blinn who had the carry. Second and 11 to go for the Hillers. All the way back at around the 1. Picholi once again going to line it up under center. You got Ryan Morin in the backfield, I formation, and they're going to take it out of the eye, run up the middle, not much room there.
Yeah, same play, same results as the last one.
The middle, go past the line of scrimmage.
I believe it was Neil or that was number 11 on the rush attempt, Ryan Lang.
And they really want to get a couple of yards here to give their, like, if they're going to punt, they got to look ahead and kind of make sure they give their punter a little bit of room to get rid of the ball.
Yeah, that incredible punt by Wayland has just made things very difficult for the Hillers on this drive.
Yeah, and Wayland's going to, if they don't convert here, Wayland's going to come back with good field position after this.
And they're going to try to run it again. And did he get out of the end zone?
There's a fumble.
There's a fumble on the play. Let's see who has it.
And they're saying maybe a safety or a touchdown.
If it's a touchdown. It's a fumble and a recovery, it's a touchdown. And it looks like we may have a Wayland touchdown. We do. I want to say that was Dylan Engelhardt who recovered it. But
that's a
rough fumble on that play.
That's probably the worst sequence you could probably imagine for the Hillers at this point. The deep, deep punt, putting them right in the shadow of their own goalpost, and then not being able to get it out, even for a good punt. And then they lose the fumble in the end zone and give up a touchdown.
So this game is tied at 6 to go with 3:39 left to go in the first quarter, and Wayland trying to go up by 1 with the extra point here. Out there for the extra point attempt, that's the senior Dylan Engelhardt. On the hold, Joshua Magyar. The snap, the kick, and that is right through. It is good. Wayland has the 7-6 lead.
Wayland Warriors take a 1-point lead, 7-6.
Well, that's one way to make sure Wayland doesn't get good field position on the next possession. But, not probably the way we wanted it.
No, I don't think that's the way you want it.
So Hillers will get the ball now, and they have to really show they can move it. They've only moved the ball on one offensive play today. I think that the one just a touchdown.
Well, what do you know, Wally? I didn't think the story of the game so far would be the kicking game.
It would be the punt.
It's been all about the kicking game so far in this one. You had Wayland fumble at the very beginning of the game on the kickoff.
Right.
And then you had a beauty of a punt by Wayland, sail all the way back to the 1, pinning the Hillers back, and they couldn't get any space to work with. As Wayland set to kick it away, left to right across your screen. Out there to give it a boot is an unlisted number 24.
Well, he looked, the kicker, oh, that was a different kicker for the kick the extra point.
And he will get under this one. Some good hang time, end over end, and a beauty of a kickoff back to about the 5.
Good return.
And a very nice return up to close to the 30. About a 24-yard return there. On the return for the Hillers was Gabe Cafazzo.
Yeah, great return there with a solid tackle to bring him down, though. And now let's see if the Hillers can move the ball.
Well, the Hillers could certainly use a momentum boost here.
Even if they don't get any points, it would be nice to see them string along a couple of first downs just to give themselves some confidence on offense.
So they are starting this drive from their own 30, working right to left across your screen as Picholi and the offense set to go. An empty back set. 3 receivers to his right. Takes the snap. Throws the screen. It's caught. And he's going to find some room here.
There he goes.
Avoids a couple tackles. Keeps fighting forward. And up to around the 40 he goes.
Yeah, that's a nice play.
And that was Patrice Petit once again.
He caught the ball over the line of scrimmage and then got, then yards after catch, probably picked up
10 yards.
Picked up 10 yards.
Chains.
Probably picked up 7 yards after the catch, but he ran about 30 yards to get them. But nice first down there.
So the Hillers very much in business. Clock at 3:15 and counting. And the offense just about set to go. Piccioli out of the gun, takes the snap, backpedals, throws to his left. It is bobbled, and they're going to rule it down. Attempt was for Gabe Cafazzo.
So they're going to rule that incomplete. Yeah, even if he caught it, he was down. He had his knees down on the turf. But then we're going to go 2nd and 10 here from the 40.
And right now the Hillers at the worst point in the field sun-wise.
Yes, right for us. Directly in the sun. The ball has been spotted directly under the sun.
Well, that's good. Having a look in the sun, that'll get your tolerance up for staring straight into the sun. Out of the pistol, handed off. Here goes Ryan Morin, and Morin gets a yard maybe.
Yeah, a tough yard. He got hit right at the line of scrimmage and was able to at least push it up for another yard before he got hit again by 15 more guys.
I'll tell you, Wayland has not given this Hiller running game much room. We'll see if the Hillers try to open up that passing game. 2:35 and counting left to go, a 3rd and 9 situation. Ball marked at the 42-yard line. Up to the line goes Piccioli and company. He's going to line it up out of the gun with a back to his left. 3 receivers spread to his right. Takes a snap, rolls to his right, looking upfield, throws up the sideline. It's caught at the 45. First down and more. What a nice play there by the Hillers.
Yeah, Piccioli had me fooled. I thought he was running with it, and just before he hits the line of scrimmage, he flipped it over the defenders' heads and to the receiver who took it up the field for another 15 yards. That's a nice play right up the sideline.
Yeah, it was Liam Grady on the reception.
Oh, boy, Liam Grady. He's having a good game so far.
Out of the gun they go once again. He throws a screen, hauled in by Blinn. Blinn is going to take it up the field for a few yards as he works his way past the 35, close to that first down.
Yeah, he powered his way up with a lot of extra yards there after that, after catching the ball.
Hillers in the hurry up, an 8-yard pickup on that last play. Here we go. The Hillers want to score before the end of this first quarter. Piccioli out of the gun once again with a back to his right, takes the snap, in trouble as he hesitated a little bit, rolls to his right and just misses his intended target, Liam Grady. Good coverage upfield by Giovanni Salesman.
Yeah, good defense by the secondary. Wayland. Piccioli had plenty of time. Line was holding up very well. He just had nowhere to go with it until finally a couple of pass rushers got free and he had to kind of lob it away.
3rd and 2 now from the 32. Clock stopped at 1:24 left to go. Piccioli out of the gun with a back to his right, takes the snap, looks upfield, throws upfield, incomplete. A little bit of contact between the receiver and defender, no flag thrown.
I agree, yeah, plenty of contact there. In fact,
I would
he got
have
pushed in the back.
There.
Yeah, he got pushed in the back with both hands.
Intended target, Ryan Lang. It was Joseph Dearden on coverage. So that brings up 4th down for the Hillers.
It looks like they're going to go for it. They were lucky in this part of the field. Last time they went for it on 4th down. Let's see if they can keep going.
Well, the Hillers, I think, starting to feel it a little bit, or they were before they had a couple of mishaps, but looking for a big play here. A run up the middle, and the defense ready for them. They hand it off to Ryan Morin, and a herd of defenders bring him down, and he is he short of the first down? It was close.
Yeah, he is short.
And he is short.
That looked like a promising play. He had a good head of steam, and but not able to bowl anybody over. They were ready for him.
Yeah, they just needed a couple, so they were going to try to sneak it up the middle. It is a turnover on downs, and not a bad play call there if you're the Hillers. You're deep into Wayland territory. Why not go for it?
No, I don't mind that at all. You are deep in their territory. It's a long field goal, too short of a punt, and short yardage, two yards to go. I don't mind giving it to your big back.
1:14 left to go in this first quarter. Wayland brings their offense back out. And back in at quarterback, Michael Johansson, the junior. And he is going to line it up with an empty back set motion right to left. The man in motion takes the handoff. And Walton finding some room, and he's going to have maybe enough for the first down. It's going to be close.
Yeah, it looked like about 9 yards there he got. He got right, turned, it looked like he was going around the end and turned it right upfield, right in the middle of the line, and was able to break free.
They mark him
They gave him a big spot there, and he got the first down.
just got it. A 10-yard pickup for Brazian Walton.
Yeah, I thought he was short of the 40, but apparently not.
And we'll see if Wayland snaps before the end of the quarter. They may not have to, but it looks like they will at least once. An empty back set once again, man in motion from left to right. Throws up the middle, and it is caught at midfield. And that was Dylan Engelhart.
They're going to spot that at the 49, give me about a yard and a half, 2 yards short of the first down. And we got 13, 10, 12 seconds here to go before the quarter. Be interesting to see if they can get a playoff. They only have 5 seconds now. They'll probably just let the clock run out.
And that is indeed what they'll do. The first quarter will come to an end. An action-packed first quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, it is Wayland 7, Hopkinton 6. And the Warriors of Wayland will look to continue this drive into the second quarter. But Wally, pretty entertaining game so far.
It has been, and like we've pointed out how the kicking game has been so important. Both teams taking advantage of punts and kicks and miscues. So it is pretty close. And right here at the end of the first quarter, the sun has mercifully dipped below the trees. And I can take off my sunglasses and see the game through the windows and through the open window.
All right, well, we will let them switch ends here, and we'll pick it up in the second quarter. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Football on HCAM.
Cheerleading squad. Great job, girls.
All right, welcome back. We are ready to continue on into the second quarter. We have switched ends. Wayland will now be working right to left across your screen as they'll come back out and pick it up on 2nd and 3 from the 49. And the sun has just about gone down. Certainly a bit of a relief for our eyes. And
now I'm going to say Wayland is kind of starting to feel their offensive legs here a little bit, and they're on a little bit of a roll moving the ball.
They're liking those empty back set formations and that motion as he takes a snap out of the gun. Throws up the middle, nearly intercepted. It was batted by Gabe Cafazzo, and Neil Rhodes in the area. Good defense by the Hillers there.
Yeah, I thought Cafazzo might come down with that.
Third down and short for the Warriors.
That'll bring up third and about 2 yards to go. So we'll see what Wayland does here. See if they try to run, get those 2 yards.
Well, they're looking to the sideline. Looks like they got their play.
Johansson is going to line it up out of the gun with a man in the backfield.
We got probably going to give the ball to Walt. No, we've got a whistle.
Ooh, if this is a false start, that could hurt him. And it is indeed a false start. I believe it was someone on the right side of the line jumped, and that'll move him back 5.
Yeah, that'll help the Hillers there.
It's going to make it a 3rd and 7 from the 44-yard line.
Wayland just a little anxious to get that first down.
So they need about just 7 yards here. And it is going to be a rush attempt. Brazier Walton, and he will take it for maybe a couple, not too much there. Brought down at around the 47.
And it's going to be 4th and 5 here. And you're going to assume that, yeah, they're lining up to punt. So again, here at the big moments of the game, we'll see if the punts and the kicks continue to loom large in this game.
A big stop by the Hiller defense.
Hiller,
And Wayland has the punting unit out.
the Hiller return man not very far back.
Michael Johansson is the punter, takes the snap, gives it a good boot, nice hang time, back to the far side, 20 it goes, and brought up the field for maybe 3 or 4. And the Hiller offense will come back out to the field. On the return was number 2 for the Hillers, Lucas Reed.
Yeah, let's see if the Hillers can kind of recapture a little bit of the magic they had in the last drive when they rolled down for a couple of first downs. Be nice if they can really start to get rolling here.
11:06 left to go in the first half. Hillers starting this drive from their own 30. They'll work left to right across your screen. Tom Nappy, Wally Hannaberry on the call. Happy to be with you. Our crew, Mike Terosian and John Ritz. Certainly excited for this first home football game for the Hillers. It's going to be a screen to the right, hauled in by Trevor Blinn, and Blinn gets about 4 yards there.
Yeah, nice stiff arm too. He kind of threw a defender down. You love to see that when it's happening for your team. Yeah.
That'll make it 2nd and 6 for the Hillers. And the Hillers in the hurry up. Pacholi going to line it up out of the gun. Back to his left is Ryan Morin. Has 2 receivers either side. Takes a snap. Has time. Going to take it himself. Up the middle. Fighting his way forward. And brought down at around the 42.
That's going to be close to a first down.
That is very close to a first down. He might even have it.
Yeah, it'll be the spot. Now,
it might be a yard back because of his knee.
And the linesman just kind of moved back a yard. They're kind of discussing where to put it. And that's a shorter spot than I was expecting when I first saw the linesman out there with the ball.
A good run nonetheless.
Although they did give him a first down.
Oh, they are going to move those chains. All right, so the chains move. 1st and 10 from the 36 for the Hillers. And Pacholi going to take it himself once again. This time has nowhere to go. And initially on the stop was number 71, Teddy Richter, the sophomore for Wayland.
He's going to be lucky to get back to the original line of scrimmage, although I think he did.
So no gain there for the Hillers. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you're looking at a 2nd and long here situation. You like to see them get a big chunk of it here.
We'll see what they go with here. And you can see the Hillers, they're really trying for a nice mix of run and pass, trying to see what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, you do like to see that, a nice balanced attack.
Pacholi out of the gun once again. He's going to roll to his left, throws upfield, incomplete, and there should have been a flag.
That's definitely
early contact.
Yeah, definitely early contact right there. He was pushed down before the ball was even there.
That was the intended target was Liam Grady. I'll tell you something, Wally. I don't think it's an issue of someone getting favored over the other, but these officials, they're not throwing any penalty flags.
Right,
really.
I know. And I was going to say, the only outrage for the penalty I see on this play is in the booth.
That'll bring up 3rd and 10 from the 38.
3rd down and 10.
Pacholi going to line it up with Morin to his left. 2 receivers to either side. Takes the snap, looking upfield. Airs it out up the sideline, just a little too far ahead of his intended target, Ryan Lang. And pretty good coverage by Joseph Dearden.
He had him, though. That was a really nicely designed and timed play. The fake was out for the screen pass to the receiver short, and Pacholi, nice pump. All the defenders bought on. Then he looked downfield, and he did have his receiver streaking down the right line, just barely overthrew him. That's a well-designed play and a perfectly timed play because they've been throwing that screen pass a lot.
So the Hillers set to punt it away, the snap and the kick, and it is a pretty good sailing kick back to about the 34 and fairly caught, and that is where the Wayland offense will start. And that was Devin Morrissey on the punt that time. 8:51 left to go in the second quarter. Wayland offense will come out and start from the 35.
The Wayland offense moving the ball a little bit last possession, but not enough. They really haven't moved the ball a whole lot this game so far. Their only points if you're just joining it, have been on defense. They jumped on a fumble in the end zone. So the offense hasn't done a whole lot. Last drive, they did kind of move the ball a little bit. So we'll see if they're starting to move the ball a little bit here.
Michael Johansson going to line it up with an empty back set, and now he'll look towards the sideline.
Got his new play in.
Eden Curry coming in tighter on the right side. He'll hand it off. Here's Braje Walton, and Walton on the sweep takes it for a couple.
Yeah, he was kind of caught from behind by Nick Heaton, the senior linebacker off the right edge. Kind of chased him all the way down from our side of the field to the other side. Nice defensive play.
I'll bring up second down and about 7 to go for Wayland. Going to go with a one-back set this time. Out of the gun, and
Johansson and Walton back there. Walton's always a threat, I feel, in this game. So just from the one quarter we've watched, he's the one player I think you really have to watch on Wayland right now.
And he gets the play call from the sideline. Johansson ready to go. And he's going to hand this one off. Walton once again up the middle, and he'll pick up a couple before being brought down by a pair of Hillers. And on the stop, Ryan Morin and Trevor Blinn.
And now Hiller defense has done a good job stopping Walton there the last 2 plays. And now they've forced Wayland to a 3rd and long. And let's see if they can hopefully get the punt unit back on the field quickly. So Walton set quite left here, almost in a bunch formation with the receivers.
Yeah, and he is going to take the snap, backpedals, throws up the right side. It is caught,
let him go.
And Walton breaks a tackle. Up the sideline he goes. Tries to leap over another defender. There is a flag on the play. He landed out of bounds at pretty close to the first down marker. I believe they will call him short, but we'll see what the flag is about.
That was a spectacular play. They looked like they had him in the backfield, and he was able to slip free, go for another 7 yards, and then leap high in the air like a pinwheel and came down out of bounds. And I wonder what we're going to get for a flag here. If it was a late hit or out of bounds hit.
Illegal leaping.
Illegal hurdling.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the hurdle. I'd be surprised if the call was because of that.
Well, it used to be you couldn't hurdle players
Here comes
way
the
back,
official.
but now they've kind of relaxed that rule. And he's going to talk to Coach Sanborn. Personal foul on the offense.
Wow, they're going to call it hurdling. So, actually, I believe by rule that's not allowed.
I was going to say,
That's
I used
what
to
it
be
is.
in the old days, you couldn't hurdle, and I wonder if they've ever changed that rule in high school.
So an illegal hurdle will
That's okay.
push Wayland back.
He'll take the penalty for the spectacular hurdle that everyone saw, and he'll use that in his recruiting film that he sends to all those colleges that he wants to go to.
And actually, that's going to push him back a good amount because it's a personal foul. So they're going to move back 15. So that is going to push him all the way back to about the 27.
And it's going to be third down.
Out of the gun they go. He'll take the snap, looking upfield, in trouble. Drag down, the ball's out along the far side, and I believe they are going to rule him down.
That's a sack.
A sack there, and that was Evan Gronemeyer in on the stop. A big play for the Hiller defense, and Johansson, he hung on to the ball quite long there.
Yeah, it looked like nobody was getting open. He wanted to throw it, but his pocket broke down, and we finally got a sack by one of the defensive linemen rather than the edge rushers or linebackers.
Well, what a nice job by Gronemeyer.
Oh, and there's still snap over the
And the
punter's
snap
head.
gets away along the end zone, picks it back up, and that is
That's a
going to be a
safety.
safety for the Hillers. An errant snap.
It must have gone through the back of the end zone before he picked it up. That's going to be 2 points for the Hillers.
So that is a nice break for the Hillers.
And that's a killer, the safety. because now they have to free kick it from the 20, and so that's going to give the Hillers the ball right back with really favorable field position.
It certainly will, and they'll have plenty of time to work with. And they also get the lead back, and this is one of those games, Wally, where I think it's going to have a wild ending, so every point is going to count.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's a big one for them. And like I say, that oftentimes the safety really will tip the scales because of the fact that you get the points, then you get the ball back, and they kick to you from the 20, so you get the ball back in very favorable scoring position.
Well, I think the Hillers, they're going to want to try to go big play here and really try to get that momentum going.
So we'll probably see a punt rather than a kick. Oh, no, he is going to free kick it, so they're going to kick it because you have the option on a safety. You can kick it or punt it. Many times they punt, but either way. So he's going to kick it from the 20. So that's 15 or 20 yards, depending. They kick it from the 40 or from the 35 in high school? I think the 40s. That's a 20-yard advantage they're going to get on field position here from a regular kickoff.
Yeah, he tees it up at the 20 and is set to kick it away. I believe it's the 35.
Yeah, so 15 yards.
And he'll send this end over end back to the Hiller 40, and here is the return. Up the middle he goes, finding some spaces. Ryan Lang fighting his way forward into Wayland territory, brought down at around the 44.
Yeah, so that's very good starting field position there for the Hillers. So you're starting off in Wayland field, in Wayland territory. So that's, like I said, it's a killer, those safeties.
Well, field position has been a tough task for the Hillers tonight, but they'll get some good field position here. And if there was ever a time to get something going offensively, here it is. They're going to line it up out of the gun. Pacholi with the back to his left, takes the snap, looks to his left, now going to take himself. Up the middle he goes, and he'll pick up 3 or 4 there.
Yeah, not sure if that was a design run. I'm not sure if that was a design run or just a quick timing play, and if it wasn't there, then he goes.
Yeah, I think he did a look both ways, didn't see nothing, so he went.
I think he looked for his one read and then go.
And the crowd cheering on the fantastic Hiller cheerleaders. A good atmosphere here tonight at David M. Hughes. And the Hillers want to make that atmosphere even better with a good drive here. Pacholi takes the snap, looking upfield, throws up the right side, and it is caught.
He's got Trevor Blinn.
Trevor Blinn with a nice catch, a bit of a wobbly pass, but he's able to corral it in.
It's a first down. First down.
So the Hillers move the chains, 1st and 10 from the 34.
So it'd be nice here if we start to string together some first downs and really march down the field. That would go a long way toward really turning the momentum to the Hiller side.
3 receivers to Pacholi's right, and he started running to his right. Now going to throw upfield, and it is incomplete, and a late flag comes in. Intended target, Liam Grady. Well, Pacholi going weak side with that pass, trying to see if he could find a seam, and nearly did. And it looks like this flag may help the Hillers.
They are lining up like it's like the ball is going to be advanced down the field.
Waiting for the official word, but I have a feeling we may get some good news.
Nope, it's going to be against the Hillers.
All right, it's going to push them back. So
by offensive pass interference.
I was a little too optimistic there, Wally.
Yeah. Oh. Pass interference both ways, offsetting.
All right, so we'll have no change, really. Penalties. Passer interference offense, passer interference defense, offsetting penalties.
It's like the last 30 seconds of our lives never happened.
That's right. Back to the 34 they go, 1st and 10. Picholi lined up with Morin to his right, takes the snap, gonna roll to his left, trying to find a seam, and is wrapped up, but able to get maybe another yard or two.
Yeah, about a yard.
Yeah, and ultimately he ends up back at the line of scrimmage because he kind of backpedaled at first. So right back to the 34 they go, no gain there. Hiller offense will huddle up. Time is ticking away, though. Approaching 4 minutes left to go.
It'd be nice if they could eat up the whole clock going in. And then the Hillers are getting the kickoff in the second half, so they'll receive to start the second half, too. So it'd be nice if they could use all the time left here, score, and then come out in the second half and get the ball.
Absolutely.
And we got a false start here on the Hillers.
Yeah, I think a legal motion along that line by Ryan Lang. That's going to push them back 5. And that'll make it 2nd and 15 from around the 39. Well, not too many penalties in this game on either side.
No, just starting in the last couple minutes.
You're right. I think they decided we'll wait till the last 5 minutes of the second quarter, then call a couple.
Yeah, the game's going too quickly.
Picholi back out to the huddle. And Wally, I'll tell you, it's good to see the Hiller offense staying on the field for quite a while in this first half.
Right, that's what we always like to see that. So that's nice that it's happening here.
Picholi rolling to his right, airs it out, incomplete.
He threw that one out of bounds.
Intended target was Patrice Petit on coverage. Christian Montoya Wantel.
Yeah, it's going to be tough here now at 3rd and 15. You really kind of want them to convert here and keep moving the ball and eating up the clock, but man, it's looking like Wayland's going to force them to punt, but there's still a chance.
Absolutely, and they're trying to go for the whole enchilada there and get that first down. So you got to expect they may try another big play here.
And in this part of the field, they might even go for 10 or 12 yards and then go for it on 4th down. They've done it before.
Picholi out of the gun, back pedals, and a great block in the backfield, and he connects with the receiver. And around the 30, Patrice Petit pulls it in.
Okay, we'll see if I was right.
What a great block by Ryan Morin.
So we'll get a 4th and about 5 here and see if they go for it or not. It looks like they are going to go for it.
Yeah, they're pushed up to the 29, so that's about a 10-yard pickup. And so about 4 yards to go.
Yeah, and they've shown that they are not afraid to go for it on 4th down in this kind of territory so far in the game. So not surprising.
3rd reception of the night for Patrice Petit. And the Hillers looking for 4 yards here to continue this drive. Picholi going to line it up out of the gun, and I think we're going to have a timeout.
So we've
2:19 left on the clock.
So we've had Hillers convert on a 4th down in a territory like this with a touchdown. And then we've also seen the Hillers on a 4th and short in about the same field position and turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and I mean, you said it best. If you're able to get that score before the halftime break, even a field goal, you get the ball back, and you got a chance to really come into that second half with some big momentum on your side.
Right. And if you can score now and then score in your first possession of the second half, you get that double score that the Patriots always tried to get, and that's a huge momentum swing over your opponent. Really kind of turns the game into feeling out of reach for the other team.
Well, Wally, I'll tell you, I like what the Hillers are doing offensively. They're really trying to just nickel and dime their way up the field, and it's paying off. They're not going for the huge passes that could get out of control quick. And they're really switching it up.
They're really mixing in the run and the pass very well.
So I'll tell you, this team they're certainly coming off tonight like they've been working hard in practice to get ready for this one. Pacholi going to line it up with an empty back set this time. Takes the snap, under pressure, gets rid of it, up the middle, incomplete.
Be a flag.
And there was some contact there, and there's no flag.
He had him by the face
Intended
mask.
target Liam Grady, and there clearly was some contact there. Oh, wait, there's a flag. There is a flag.
In the backfield.
A late flag came in.
That's in the backfield. That's going to be a hold.
We're going to get a hold.
Against the Hillers.
And it's going to be against the Hillers. There's going to be offsetting penalties here.
I cannot believe that they did not call that. He had the receiver by the face mask.
Oh, so the penalty was declined.
Yep.
So that will be a turnover on down. So the Hiller defense comes back out. But, yeah, they missed that pass interference.
I mean, the Wayland defender was clearly interfering with the receiver, knowing that he was preventing a touchdown, and was willing to accept the penalty, and there was no penalty.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get much more clear contact than that.
Wow.
Anyhow, 2:14 left to go. Wayland offense back on the field. Michael Johansson going to line it up out of the gun, and he will hand it off. Here goes Braje Walton, and he will get maybe a yard before he's brought down.
Yeah, he was really swarmed by the Hiller defense.
And on the stop, Gabe Cafazzo and Lucas Reed. And the Hiller students all in yellow tonight for Cancer Awareness Month. Certainly a great cause and some great yellow swag by the Hiller students section. Out of the gun. And he is looking to the sideline for the play. That clock is still running. Johansson takes the snap. Back to pass, and he will throw to the near side. Connects with Aiden Curry for a few yards.
And they rule him out of bounds. So the clock's going to stop at 1:28.
And that was a pickup of about 7 there.
Stick around for halftime.
So 3rd and 1 coming up for Wayland.
And a performance by our fabulous cheerleading squad.
And a little more than 1. That yard marker almost at the 40. Clock stopped at 1:28 left to go. Michael Johansson is going to line it up out of the pistol, and he'll look to the sideline once again for the play call. In the backfield, you got Braje Walton, who's been a force.
Walton. We'll see what happens.
Takes the snap.
Gives it to him.
And here goes Walton trying to fight his way through the middle. He should have enough.
Up the middle. That's going to be good for a Warrior first down.
Yeah, you could see that play going to Walton when they look over at the sideline, and then they reset, and quarterback gave Walton just a little look to make sure he knew where he was.
Pickup of about 5 yards there, enough to move the chains. 1st and 10, but Wayland, they got to work quick here.
Clock
a minute
is down.
7 and counting. Johansson getting the play call, and they're taking some serious time to look over at that sideline. Takes the snap, looks to his right, throws to his right, nearly intercepted, but it's caught by Montoya Wantul, and he is going to have another first down into Hiller territory as he is up to about the 41.
Yeah, Hiller's showing his own defense there, and the receiver got in an open spot where he could catch the ball and turn upfield. They were trying to bring the pressure on Johansson, and he was they were able to protect him, and he was able to get it to the receiver in the soft spot in the zone.
About a 15-yard pickup, and that snap is high, gets away, and running back trying to cover it up. It's loose. Hiller's have it. It is recovered on the far side of the field by Liam Grady.
And they're going to have the ball here with 33 seconds to go.
And the Hillers will have some very good field position with 33 seconds left to go.
And we were watching the snap problems that Wayland was having early in the first quarter. They seemed to kind of put those to bed in the second quarter until right then.
They'll have the ball at the 30-yard line, working left to right, and they'll have to work quickly. But we've seen this Hiller offense in the hurry up quite a few times tonight, so they certainly have some experience at getting those plays off quick.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do in here at the end of the half, because that has been a problem over the last couple of years, getting plays in quickly and utilizing the clock.
Piccioli out of the gun, takes the snap, looks to his right. Thought about rolling to his right, now going to take it up the middle now towards the far sideline, and he's brought down after a gain of about 5 there.
So they call a timeout with 24 seconds to go.
In on the stop was Teddy Richter, the sophomore.
So he picks up about 4 or 5, and they stop the clock with 24 seconds. Good use of the timeout there.
Certainly was. It's going to be about 2nd and 5 from around the 25. 24 seconds left to go in this second quarter. We'll see what the Hillers draw up. And a lot of great TVL action going on around the area tonight. We'll fill you in on some of that probably towards the end of the halftime break when we get back on the headsets.
So we have 24 seconds to go here in the half. The Hillers have 2 more timeouts, and the Wayland does have 1. So 2 more timeouts for the Hillers if they decide to use it, if they need time. So they're going to get back on the field with 24 seconds with 2 timeouts in their pocket. So they have plenty of time to go for a scoring opportunity here.
Well, you know they're likely going to go big in this situation. Piccioli and the offense back out to the field, and here we go. Piccioli going to line it up out of the gun. Morin is the back to his left. Motion from right to left, and look at that, a reverse, and they got some room. Bursting through, upfield he goes, inside the 10, and maybe even to the 5. That was Patrice Petit with a huge gainer.
And Hillers call their next timeout with 17 seconds to go, and they are knocking on the doorstep here on the goal line. And we've got a Wayland player down who's slow to get up.
And that is about a 28-yard pickup for the Hillers.
A really exciting play there.
An injury on the field, though. Certainly hope he's okay. It's on the Wayland side. 17 seconds left. We'll step aside on HCAP.
Play there by the Hillers. They got a reverse to Patrice Petit-Frere, who came around the end, then turned it upfield, and for a big gain, brings them right inside the 5-yard line. That may be one of the more exciting plays of the game right there.
Certainly was. I do want to mention there was an injury on the field. It was number 15 for Wayland, Giovanni Salesman, but he got up and walked off under his own power and appears to be okay, so good news there.
Yeah, that's always good news.
And now the Hillers first and goal from the 5, 17 seconds left in the quarter. Can they finish this drive with a score? Piccioli takes a snap, throws to the end zone, and it's off one receiver's hands into another, and it's hauled in by Trevor Blinn. A 5-yard touchdown reception. It went off the hands of Ryan Morin, and then Blinn catches it in midair and falls down in the end zone for the score.
Yeah, very exciting couple of plays. That's fantastic. Real big, exciting for the Hillers to end the half here with a touchdown. And when they turned the ball over on downs, it looked like that was not going to happen. And they were able to get the turnover from Wayland and turn it into 6 points so far.
Well, the Hillers up by 7. They're going to go for 2 here. They're feeling the momentum. Piccioli takes the snap, and he throws in the corner of the end zone. It's intercepted. Here comes the run back.
And they're going to blow it dead.
And I don't believe the run back would have done anything.
You can't advance in high school the extra point.
On the 2-point conversion.
Right.
So there'll be 10 seconds left on the clock. The Hillers will have to kick off, but the momentum certainly towards Hopkinton right now. They lead it 14-7, and what a crucial drive that was.
Yeah, that was a great fortuitous play, but the bad snap by Wayland. They get the ball deep in Wayland territory and then convert with a touchdown. And then they're going to come out in the second half and receive the ball and start the second half with the ball.
So they will get set and kick it away. And Wally, no mistakes during these last 10 seconds.
I know, no mistakes now and no mistakes on the kickoff to start the second half either.
Set to kick it away, that is Nathan Dickinson. And he tees it up at the 40. And here we go. And he sends this one end over end, and it's back to the 15. A nice kickoff there, but it's going to be a nice return. Here they come up the far side. Big return here. That's Grant Augustin. And he returns it all the way to about the Hiller 33, 32-yard line. But the good news is the time has expired. So Wayland will not have any time to run a play. That'll be the end of the second quarter. Hopkinton Hillers lead heading into the halftime locker room, 14-7. They end up getting a 2-point conversion earlier in the quarter. And then they get the 5-yard touchdown connection. Piccioli to Blinn, well, with the hand of Ryan Morin in the middle.
Yeah,
and what a great way to end the quarter for the Hillers.
Really exciting. Really exciting way to end the first half with plays going both ways and then coming away with a touchdown with 10 seconds to go in the half. Yeah, really exciting way to finish the first half. And I can't wait to see how the second half starts.
All right, and we're going to send it down to field level for the Hiller cheerleaders and the announcements. Welcome back into David M. Hughes Stadium as we are just about ready for the second half of 14-7 Hopkinton Hillers lead as we enter half number 2. Both teams are back out. We're just about ready to go. A few updates around the TVL. And at the halftime break, Medfield leading Drake at 43-14. Late in the second quarter, Medway leading Dighton Rehoboth 47-0. At the half, Canton leading Norwood 20-14. And in the second quarter, BMR, Blackstone Millville Regional, leading Millis 14-6.
A couple of big scores there.
There certainly are. 47 points and a half.
40s, yeah.
That is quite unbelievable.
You don't think there's enough time for that in a half of football for in the high school game.
Well, maybe a couple defensive interceptions.
Right.
Wayland set to kick off left to right across your screen. If you recall, at the very first kickoff of the game, it was a Wayland fumble. The Hillers recovered, and that led to a touchdown.
Yeah, the Hillers had a touchdown with 10 seconds to go in the half. They're looking forward here to double it up and hopefully score another touchdown before Wayland can really get their hands on the ball.
Patrice Petit and Ryan Lang back to receive for the Hillers. Petit on the right side, Lang on the left, and we are just about set to get this second half going.
Waiting for the referee to get back out on the field. He's talking to Coach Sanborn. Here he comes.
You got to talk to Coach Sanborn. Well, the Hillers certainly have to be excited about how that first half went, but a whole lot of game left to be played. And the Hillers would love to get that offense going again and get a little bit of control in this game.
Yeah, they certainly do need it. It looks like it might be some kind of a squib kick here, a low line drive, the way the ball is teed up. But we'll see.
And it is going to be a nice end-over-end kick. That was all the way back to the 5. Here comes Petit. He has some wheels. Up the near side he goes, eludes a tackler, and he is brought out of bounds at around the 31-32, and that's where the Hillers will start the first drive of this second half.
A deep kick there by Wayland. And Petit Ferrer with a really nice run back of about 25 yards. Yeah, you were right. He's got some wheels. He turned around that corner and shot up the field.
Yeah, he's going to be a guy you see a whole lot this season. Alex Piccioli, the quarterback, coming back out to the huddle. Piccioli, a senior. And there we go. See what the Hillers have drawn up to start off this third quarter. And he's going to line it up with the back to either side. Takes the snap, and he's going to take it himself up the middle. Finds some room. 35-40. Brought out down just inside the 45, and that's a first down for the Hillers there. What a run.
Yeah, that's a big 12-yard run for Piccioli. Great run, right up the middle. He had the two backs on either side of him to start with. You think it's going to go to one of them? Nope, he splits the defense and comes right up the middle for 12 yards.
Well, they mark it at the 43, so 13 yards.
And we've got an injured Wayland player there, number 11, who is slow to get up, waiting for the training staff from Wayland to attend to him.
They're going to check on him. We certainly hope he's okay. Let's keep things right here and talk about the first half stats. In the first half, the Hillers had 42 yards rushing and 84 yards passing, a total of 126 yards in the first half. And as far as Wayland, they had 50 yards rushing, 37 yards passing for a total of 87 yards in the first half.
So
and
Hiller's winning the...
good news, the injured player, Hayden Duffy, is back up.
Yeah, Hiller's winning the yardage game here, which is nice to see.
They certainly are, and it's been a really good mix, Wally, a very good mix of run and pass for the Hillers.
Yeah, it really has been, and I'm impressed by that, more so than in years past, I would say. So really keeping the Wayland defense honest on, they can't kind of just sit back and wait for the pass or, load up the box and stop the run. They really have to be watch out for both of them.
Piccioli in the offense, back up to the line, working right to left across your screen, Lang in motion. Piccioli takes the snap, looking up the middle, throws up the middle, and nearly caught by Trevor Blinn. That was good defensive coverage by Noah Horn, the junior.
Yeah, Noah Horn just stood there in the middle of the defense and slapped the ball down.
But I'll tell you, I like what I'm seeing out of Alex Piccioli. He looks cool in the pocket, and he's making things happen, and his passes have been accurate.
Yes.
The offense set to go again. Piccioli will line it up out of the gun. Takes the snap, pulls down the high snap, and he'll take it himself. That ball is out, and Wayland has it.
Oh, just what we were saying can't happen.
Recovered at around the 47 on the recovery. Number 71, the sophomore, Teddy Richter.
Big hit by Wayland. That ball came flying out. And that's exactly what we were hoping would not happen to the Hillers to start the second half.
Well, now the defense will have to clamp down as Wayland going to have pretty good field position here. They'll start at the Hiller 47-yard line, 11 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And then we gave a few TVL updates before. Another update, Hiller field hockey took on Natick. That game ended in a 0-0 tie. So a good battle there between two of the top field hockey programs. As Wayland is back to the line, set to go out of the gun. He'll take the snap, hands it off. Here's Braje Walton who's going to sweep up the left side, and he'll pick up a handful of yards there.
Yeah, he was able to get around the corner and turn upfield for about 3 or 4. Yeah, he's a talented runner. He gets the ball. He's decisive. He knows where he's going. He knows where his blockers are, and he does what he's supposed to do. He's a talented running back out there.
About a 3-yard gain there. 2nd and 7 to go. Takes the snap. Gonna roll to his right under pressure. Lets it go up the sideline, incomplete. And he took a big hit as well.
He threw that one away as he was getting close to the sideline.
Good sportsmanship by Evan Gronemeyer, who delivered the hit just as he threw the ball. Intended target was Michael Johansson. And that brings up 30 and 6. Or excuse me, it was number 3, I believe.
Oh, Johansson was throwing it.
Intended target was, I believe, Montoya Wantal. And now he's going to line it up out of the gun, and we get a whistle here. And it's going to be against the Hillers. So someone jumped on that line, and that's going to cost them 5 yards.
That's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
And that'll bring Wayland up to the 39.
It's going to be 3rd and 1 here.
Yep, very close to that first down.
3rd and about 2.
And that's a big break for Wayland. The Hiller defense, they've been disciplined all game long. They need to stay that way. As Johansson takes a snap, he'll hand it off to Walton. Up the middle he goes. Should have enough for the first down. Picked up about 3 or 4 yards there.
Wait for the signal. It's close. Yep.
Yeah, it should be enough.
Wayland thinks it is, and it is a first down.
The chains, first down for the Warriors.
Ball marked out around the 37, a pickup of a couple, and the chains will move. Well, this Wayland offense trying to get something going.
Yeah, taking advantage of a couple of miscues by the Hillers here, the fumble and then the penalty, and now they're in business.
And their only touchdown was a defensive touchdown on a fumble recovery in the end zone.
After a great punt that was down by Wayland on the 1-yard line.
Johansson gonna line it up out of the gun, and he'll hand it off to his go-to back, Walton.
There's a fumble.
And Walton lost it.
Hillers
Picked up
have
by
it.
the Hillers. And here he comes, Lucas Reed, up the near side to midfield. And the Hillers will have possession and some great field position. A great fumble recovery by the junior, Lucas Reed.
Yeah, not just a great fumble recovery. There is a penalty here, but he turned that upfield with a great return. I'm going to say this is going to be a block in the back probably on the run back, and it'll be Hiller ball, but
I don't know.
They're
coming back.
Yeah, it'll push them back from the spot of the foul, but it'll stay Hiller ball, I believe. Personal foul on the Hillers.
So that they will keep the ball.
Block in the back.
But it's going to push them back 15.
From the spot of the foul.
So they'll go from midfield to about, looks like they're marking them at the 37
they're going to walk
now.
it off. They're going to walk off the penalty here.
So that's going to move them all the way back to, I believe, the 22. And then it will indeed. Back to the 22-yard line they'll go. So that's where they'll start this drive from.
The good news is they have the ball.
And you don't have the yardage added on. It's still 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 from the 22 for the Hillers.
Tough break on the return, but.
So it cost them about 28 yards.
Yeah.
The 22-yard line. 1st and 10.
Pacholi going to line it up out of the gun with a back to his left. And he is going to hand it off. And here's a good run here. Patrice Petit finding a little room, and he is going to get very close to that first down. Might even have enough.
I think he's got it.
And he does. What a run up the sideline.
Yeah, he really can move. Patrice Ferrer really gets around the corner and shoots upfield.
All the way to the 36, a 14-yard pickup.
Big gain right there for Patrice Ferrer.
$9:15 and counting left to go in the third quarter. Choli going to line it up with a back to his right, and he will hand it off. Not much room here. Wayland ready for it.
Yeah, they sniffed that one right out, and they were on top of him before he even got to the line of scrimmage.
It was Ryan Morin on the attempt on the takedown, the senior Dylan Engelhart.
Yeah, the captain there lost a yard on the run.
Senior Dylan Engelhart credited with the tackle.
That'll make it second and about 12, I want to say. Actually, they marked it at the 34, so about 12 yards to go for the Hillers. Out of the pistol this time, looking upfield, will throw up the near side. It's incomplete. Hits the turf and into the arms of Lang, and that'll bring up third down for the Hillers.
Yeah, Petroli had the pass rusher right in his face, and he couldn't step into that throw, so he left it a little bit short.
Third and long here.
And that pass rusher was Brajay Walton, the running back.
He's been all over the field
he was
tonight.
right in Petroli's face there. Petroli could not step into that throw. It was like a late blitz there.
He's there, Patrice Petit.
Yeah.
Petroli out of the gun once again with a back to his left. He will hand it off. It's dropped by Lang. And a battle for it. It comes loose, and Wayland has it. Wayland's going to recover at the 40. And both teams getting a little bit sloppy with handling that football. That is the third fumble of the quarter.
Wow. Yeah, ball's not really going either way, just getting fumbled back and forth.
So Wayland will bring their offense back out with 8:12 left in the third quarter. And they'll have very good field position starting this drive from the Hillers' 29-yard line.
That handoff looked like it never really got tucked away by the running back, and he was trying to pull it in, and he couldn't get his hands on it once he was fumbling it.
Well, I'd say both teams, they got to take a little bit better care of that football, Wally.
I'd say from now on, yeah. And hopefully Hiller's defense can sniff this out and kind of go after the ball here for Wayland, make them fumble some more too.
Johansson going to hand it off, and here goes Walt. He's going to air it out up the far side, and it looks like he's intercepted. What a pick! He's wearing number 21, and he pulls a Malcolm Butler type of interception. Wow. Neil Rhodes on the interception.
Fantastic play. That was the receiver did have a step on him, and the halfback, Brajay Walton, comes around. The left-handed thrower throws it deep, and Rhodes was able to really close the gap in time and come with a fantastic interception. Looked like both receiver and defensive back had their hands on it.
That was pretty Malcolm Butler-ish, I'd say.
Right. Yeah, just ripped it away.
So that is the fourth turnover overall in the quarter.
And quarter.
Yeah, and only 4 minutes in, so we're averaging a turnover a minute here.
That's on back-to-back plays right there.
We'll see if the Hiller offense can, most importantly, hang on to the football this time and get something going.
Referees are talking about something.
Oh.
And they're going to back up. They're backing up the Hillers.
He's going to get called for celebration, perhaps. I don't know. That might have been where the ball originally was, but it's around the 4 or 5 yard line. So they're going to be starting this drive deep.
It actually is on about the 2 yard line. If you look on the screen and where the line markers are, they are deep in their own territory, and bad things happened the last time the Hillers were there.
All right, so around the 2, we'll say, and it is going to be a run up the middle and maybe a pickup of a couple there.
Petroli got in the shotgun and then was able to run through a little bit of space first. We'll see if that helped.
Short gain on that.
Looks like he got about a yard.
That brings up 2nd down and about 8 to go for the Hillers. Back to the line goes the offense. They got a little bit more space to work with, but still not as much as they'd like. He'll take the snap, looking upfield under pressure, and it is caught! What a catch! Patrice Petit, he can go all the way. The 40, the 30, here he goes to the 20, the 10, and into the end zone! Touchdown, Hillers!
Wow. I thought that ball was intercepted. It went right through the defender's hands into Patrice Petit Ferrer's hands, and then there was nobody that could stop him. That's a 97-yard touchdown reception.
Unbelievable.
Wow. He was looking up at the Jumbotron, making sure no one could catch him.
Initially, it looked like the defender had the better angle on it, and Patrice Petit stole it away from
right through
the
his
defender,
hands.
got right in front of him.
I swear it went right through his hands. I thought it was intercepted.
What a catch and what a run up the
boy,
field.
Oh boy, he flew.
And the
run.
Hillers now lead it 20-7, and we'll see if they go for 2 here. Looks like they're going to go for 2.
Once he caught that, he was gone.
Well, that's the play of the day so far, I'd say. And they're going to line it up to go for 2. Picholi going to line it up with Morin to his right. Back to pass. Throws up the middle, and it's batted down. Knocked down by Braje Walton, but more importantly, the Hillers have a 2-score lead. They lead it 20-7.
Now they got the defense has to come out and keep doing what it's been doing this half, creating turnovers.
A 96-yard connection between Picholi and Patrice Petit, who burns it up the field.
He really did.
And the Hillers set to kick it away at 7:03 left to go. And Wally, that 96-yard drive took 59 seconds.
55 of them trying to get out from under the goal line, and then 5 seconds to go the other 96 yards.
And a great boot
deep
here.
kick. Over the shoulder catch at the 10.
A very nice kick by 58. We'll have to figure out who that is, and it's returned up to about the 40 by Braje Walton.
He really does it all for Wayland. He's a very talented player.
Certainly is a good return after an excellent kick there by the Hillers.
A great catch over the shoulder. Risky. Pulled it right in and turned upfield.
Well, it's been a fun matchup watching Patrice Petit and Braje Walton really kind of lead the offense for these teams. Clock stopped at 6:56 left to go. And Wayland, they like to get some magic going after a magical 96-yard touchdown by the Hillers.
And we got a whistle here just to reset.
Johansson takes the snap, play action, back to pass, throws to the left, and it is caught by Montaya Wantal at around the 47, it looks like.
It's going to be out of.
They're going to call it out of bounds. Incomplete. I'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 40. Johansson out of the gun, back to his right. And some movement along the defense, and now he's going to look to the sideline for the play call.
Yeah, Hiller's showing blitz, but backing out of it. Now inching up again.
He'll take the snap, looks to his left, throws to his left, and it is caught, but not much there. Got about 5 yards on the reception.
Same play, just kind of made sure they kept it inbounds this time.
And that was Montaya Wantal on the reception. That'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Big stop right here for the Hillers if they can get it.
Johansson out of the gun with a man in the backfield. The Hillers pressing up to that line. Hillers defense doing a nice job attacking from the edges. He'll take the snap. Throws to the far sideline, and was that caught?
Yes, it is.
And I believe it was incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. 4th down.
And Wayland looks like they're going to come out and punt, which is really what the Hillers were hoping for.
So they will indeed line up to punt, back to receive. For the Hillers is Lucas Reed.
Now remember, the punter is the quarterback, so you got to always keep that in the back of your mind.
The snap and the kick. It's going to go end over end, and it's going to drop down at the 20 and all kinds of contact.
Illegal contact by the defense.
So that'll help the Hillers out big time.
That was a high kick.
A lot of hang time. And that contact on Wayland hitting Lucas Reed is going to push the Hillers up, and they'll start this drive with good field position. So that gives them 15 yards. Up to the 40 they go.
15-yard penalty. That's a big one.
Hillers will take over at the 40-yard line.
That is a real help for the Hillers to start this drive.
5:45 left in the 3rd quarter. Hillers could really begin to take control here as they lead 20-7. Alex Piccioli going to line it up out of the gun with a back to his right. And a high snap. He's able to pull it in, and now he's going to take it to the right side and out of bounds. It's going to be a loss of yardage, and that's going to be a loss of about 8 yards, I'd say.
Alex Piccioli.
I'd like to see someday when he feels more comfortable back there, pulling in a play like that, knowing it's going nowhere, get out of the pocket and throw that ball away instead of taking the loss of yards. But that will come in with experience.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 18 to go for the Hillers.
He was lucky to be able to pick that ball up.
Yeah, he certainly was. That snap could have got ugly real fast. Piccioli will take the snap, and he is going to hand it off in a reverse type of situation there as Piccioli takes it up the middle, and he's brought down at around the 34.
3rd down and long.
Yeah, actually, that looks like a small loss.
Yeah, a little bit of a delayed draw play there and a little bit of dancing in the backfield and not much going on. Play was a little too slow to develop.
Yeah, I think it was just a broken play, but a loss of about 4 yards there. Now it's 3rd and long.
3rd and 18.
So you'd imagine they'll be going for a big play here to try to keep this drive going.
We got a whistle here.
And a timeout by the Hillers. They're going to talk things over. We'll see what Coach Sanborn draws up for this 3rd and long situation. But a great start to the second half for the Hillers as they get on the scoreboard, a 96-yard connection between Alex Piccioli and Patrice Petit, who burns it up the field. It was about, what, 65, 70 yards after the catch?
Oh, geez, he probably 85. It wasn't a very long pass, and yeah, he turned out maybe 80 yards.
Yeah, I think you're more on the money than I am. Well, while we have a little time here, let's tell you about some updates. All kinds of TVL football action going on right now. Medfield leading their game 27-7 against Drake. Actually, that's from earlier. It was 43-14 at last check on the half. And that is the last update they got, and we'll see if any more come in. All right, back to game action. 4:48 left to go. Hiller is working right to left across your screen. 3rd and long. Piccioli takes the snap. Looking upfield, pump fakes. Now going to roll to his right under pressure, and he's going to try to run and be brought down at around the 38. So nothing there as he just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage, and the Hillers will bring out the punting unit.
Yeah, at that point, you just want to make sure you don't turn the ball over, get a couple of positive yards, and punt. And we'll see if we can get a good deep punt this time. They do have 2 men back to return it, which is not uncommon.
And I want to say, is that Ryan Lang back out there to punt? And indeed, well, that was number 41, Devin Morrissey, back to punt. And it will be fairly caught at around the 37. So that is where Wayland will start this crucial drive for them. 3:58 left to go in this 3rd quarter. Well, Wally, so far in this 3rd quarter, we had a drive end on a fumble, and then the second drive ended on a fumble, 3rd drive ended on a fumble, and then you had the interception, then the 96-yard touchdown, now a pair punts. A lot of drives in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, a couple of one-play drives.
We're going to have to get a new drive sheet soon. Out of the gun, and he'll hand it off. A run up the middle, finds a little bit of room, pushing his way forward. And he got maybe another yard or two as he got up to about the 38, 37.
He cut about 5 out of there. So we're looking at 2nd and 5. Out to about the 42.
You're right on the money. So 2nd and 5 for Wayland. Michael Johansson, the junior quarterback, out of the gun, a man in the backfield. And he will hand it off, and it's going to be a run up the middle. He finds a little room, and he's pushed out of bounds at along the far side. Out of bounds at around the 47, and on the carry that time, that was Ben Martinez, the sophomore.
Yeah, they've been giving Walton a break. Martinez has been in the backfield for a few plays here in a row.
And that does move the chains.
My apologies. That's number 20, Ben Martinez.
Yeah, 1st and 10 from the 47 now. 3:10 to go here in the 3rd.
Out of the gun once again, and he'll look to the sideline. I think he's looking to the sideline when he has to call an audible.
Right, it is. And he's going to go to Martinez here on this play, I believe.
Johansson pulls down the snap, hands it off. It's Martinez once again. And Martinez doesn't get very far this time. Hiller defense ready for him.
Ready to throw him back.
In on the stop was Evan Gronemeyer.
Evan Gronemeyer on the tackle.
Ball marked at the 49, so we got a couple.
2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8 for the Warriors. Out of the gun they go. And the Hiller defense crowding that line.
Yeah,
Johansson.
He's looking for
audibles
the sideline, looking for help.
Takes the snap, looking up the left side, and a quick out there, and it's caught. And on the catch, that was number 8, Josh Magyar, and on the stop, Neil Rhodes for the Hillers.
Going to be about 3rd and 7 here. Oh, sorry, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. I'm looking the wrong way.
Johansson out of the gun once again. And I believe that is Ben Martinez in the backfield.
Yeah.
Takes the snap, hands it to Martinez, and Martinez got walloped. What a hit and a takedown by Ryan Morin.
Yeah, behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of 2.
The captain coming in for the stop.
It's going to be 4th and 6 now. And we'll see what Wayland wants to do here. Looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field, and they are.
Yeah, they're in Hiller territory, so why not? And both teams have not really moved the ball all that much, and well, besides the 96-yard touchdown in this third quarter.
Right.
And they'll go out of the gun once again. He's back to pass to the far side, and he underthrew his intended target, Ben Martinez, and it's a turnover on downs. The Hiller defense comes up huge once again.
Yeah, big defensive play. The real one was on that 3rd down play when they took Ben Martinez down behind the line of scrimmage. That was a huge play.
So the Hillers are going to start this drive from their own 49. Good field position.
Yeah, close to midfield.
51 seconds left in the third quarter.
And 51 yards to go for a touchdown.
Hillers will work right to left across your screen. Well, Alex Piccioli having a good night under center. And it has certainly been impressive to watch this Hiller offense tonight. Piccioli going to line it up out of the gun with a back to his right. He has trips receivers along the right side as well. He's going to roll to his right, throws up the sideline, and connects with his intended target. And that was corralled by Ryan Lang for about 8 yards.
Yeah, that's going to be an 8 or 9 yard pickup. That's a nice way to start your drive. 7 yards, maybe?
Yeah, they'll mark him back.
7 or 8, but that's a nice way to start your drive.
Certainly is.
You always want to be in 2nd and short if you can help it.
So they put him at the 46. That'll make it 2nd and 5. Or excuse me, they're at the 44, so 2nd and 3. Up to the line they go. Piccioli out of the gun once again. Motion left to right. Play action. Piccioli will rip it up the middle. Good defensive coverage. It was a good pass, but very nice defensive coverage by Alex Evangelista.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong guy. Yeah, that was a great defensive play. Coming over the back without really touching him and then slapping the ball down.
That'll bring up 3rd and about 3 to go for the Hillers. Piccioli going to line it up with a wishbone back set this time. He'll take it up the middle, and he will fight his way for just enough.
Yeah, he's got it by a yard or 2. That's a big first down for the Hillers.
A good run up the middle by Piccioli, 4-yard run, and enough to move the chains and keep the drive going. And we'll see if we get another snap in the quarter.
That's a big pickup, a nice big first down for the Hillers going into the 4th quarter, keeping the ball, not letting the drive stall on a 3rd and short. Nice to convert. Nice to show the Wayland Warriors that you can power through when a short yardage situation for the yards you need.
And they're going to let the quarter come to an end And that is going to wrap up the third quarter of play at the end of 3. It's the Hillers 20, Wayland 7. Both teams seeking their first win of the season. And the Hillers looking to take home the W in their home opener. Will they do it? We'll find out in just a bit. Another 12-minute quarter left to play as we welcome you into the broadcast booth. Tom Nappy, Wally Henneberry. Wally, it's a lot of new faces out there for the Hillers. Second game of the season, but they're looking impressive overall.
They are looking very impressive to start the season, more so than I've seen the last couple years, which is great. And they've got a new quarterback this year, new running backs. Everything seems to be working well. And it's really great to see they're mixing in their running plays and the passing plays, not relying too heavily on either one. And they're able to move the ball. Little trouble here and there with some turnovers, but that's affecting both teams. So it's nice to see the Hillers come into the fourth quarter with a 13-point lead.
Absolutely, as we are just about ready to continue fourth quarter action. And we got another TVL update for you at the halftime break. West Bridgewater leading Westwood 23-14 in their game. And then Norton leading East Bridgewater 12-0 at the end of the first quarter. As we are set to start the fourth quarter, and someone jumped, I believe. And we'll see who the guilty party is. It's going to be a false start against the Hillers. That'll push them back 5. Well, if you're the Hillers, you got to be careful here. You really got all the momentum going in your favor. You don't want to make mistakes.
No, you really don't want to go backwards at all. And so there you are. You've just really had a positive play. You've gotten a big first down. You're going into the fourth quarter, and you set yourself back 5 yards. And that's not insurmountable to overcome, but it's really not the way you want to start.
So that'll make it 1st and 15 from the 45. Pacholi going to line it up out of the gun with a back to his left. And 2 receivers in tight to either side. Takes the snap, throws to his right, and it's ground in. What a catch by Liam Grady. And he's off, and he's in, diving into the end zone. And there is a flag. Let's see if this one's coming back. It looks like it will be.
A hold on it's going to be a hold on the Hillers behind the play. What a catch. That one-handed catch was unreal.
That was a Calvin Johnson type of catch.
Right.
It's too bad. Let's see if it's coming back the whole way. I don't think it is.
It's probably going to be from the spot of the foul, I would assume.
So they're going to talk about where to mark them, and we'll see what happens here. But an absolutely tremendous catch by Liam Grady. And I'll tell you something, Wally.
They're picking up the flag. No flag. Touchdown.
Wow, they're going to give him the touchdown.
That is a touchdown.
So they talked about it, and they said, you know what? That wasn't a penalty. That's a touchdown. Liam Grady.
That would have been a shame, because what a catch and run that was. It's almost like he baited the defender into not knowing where the ball was, and then reached over him to take it with one hand, and then ran around him and went in for the touchdown.
That was, what, a 45-yard touchdown.
Just an electrifying catch and run. And a dive into the end zone at the end to punctuate it.
Now for the extra point, Nathan Dickinson. Hillers up 26-7. Trying to go up by an even 20.
Timeout, Hillers.
And Hillers are going to talk about it. Will they go for 2? Well, I'll tell you what, we're seeing some tremendous entertainment in this game.
Yeah, they really have been exciting plays, big exciting plays like that. And that's just the latest one.
These Hiller receivers, they got speed and they got hands.
Yeah, really great hands. I didn't think we were going to see a play better than Petit Ferrer's catch and run, but this one, the catch was even more spectacular. So the Hillers haven't gone for an extra point since the first touchdown, which they did not convert. So let's see if they can get one here.
The snap and the kick, and it is no good. Yeah, I think someone on Wayland got a hand on it.
Blocked it.
But in any case, the Hillers got what they wanted for the most part, and they have a 26-7 lead at 11:49 left to go.
That's exactly what they wanted to start the fourth quarter. Come in, big play to start just at the end of the third quarter, to come into the fourth quarter with a lot of momentum. The penalty kind of takes the wind out of their sails, and what is impressive to me is they didn't let that stop them, and they came down and scored on a spectacular play on a catch and run for a touchdown.
They certainly did, and that 49-yard touchdown drive took 1 minute and 4 seconds off the clock overall. So now the Hillers will get set to kick it away. And their defense, we haven't probably talked enough about their defense tonight. They've been playing very well.
The defense has played well. The defense has not allowed a point against Wayland tonight.
An offensive point, at least.
That's what I'm saying. The defense hasn't allowed a point. The only point scored has been a defensive touchdown.
Squib kick up the middle. It's going to be returned from about the 21. And it's going to be a good return, slipping through tackles.
He's still up.
And Ben Martinez
there at the 44.
Got all the way to almost midfield. A few yards short of midfield. We'll see where they mark him. 11 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Wayland set to start this drive at the 44-yard line, working right to left across your screen. They're going to talk things over and try to draw something up. They know they're going to have to work quickly here.
And they know that they've got a formidable defense that they're going up against tonight.
They most certainly do. The Hiller defense has been magnificent. And we'll see if they can continue that trend.
We've got Walton back in the backfield.
Johansson takes the snap, backpedals, looking to pass, airs it out, and connects along the sideline with Dylan Engelhardt. And Engelhardt, he's looking for a long touchdown, and he's got one. And that is going to be a 56-yard touchdown. Michael Johansson, a Dylan Engelhardt.
Boy, so much for defense not giving up any points tonight. Boy, the announcer's jinx right there.
Yeah.
I feel terrible.
Yeah, it was you who brought that fact.
It was me.
So that's all you.
It was me. Terrible.
That'll make it a 26-13 score, and guess what? Wayland is hanging around. 11:29 left to go, and it looks like they'll attempt the extra point. And for the extra point attempt, that's Dylan Engelhardt.
He just scored the touchdown.
Snap, the kick, and it is good. So he scores the touchdown, he gets the extra point, and I heard he's going to drive the team bus later as well.
That's right. He's already got it warming up.
That'll make it 26-14. So now, if you're the Hillers, you're looking to keep the ball offensively here and maybe try to burn some of that time off the clock.
Yeah, you need to move the ball, keep the ball, use the clock, and score some points would be the ultimate scenario here for the Hillers.
Well, it was a 44-yard drive by Wayland that took 11 seconds off the clock.
One play.
A 56-yard touchdown connection. Johansson to Engelhardt, and an Engelhardt extra point. And Wayland, they are going to fight it out the rest of this game and try to get back into it.
Yeah, Wayland's not going to give up. They've shown that in the past, and they're showing it right now.
I'll tell you, they have formed quite the rivalry, Hopkinton and Wayland. They have had some very fun football games and some great basketball games as well.
Yeah, Wayland is always very, very tough against the Hillers.
And this is going to be end over end. Sails back to about the 17-18, and here's the return. Up the middle he goes to about the 30. And a pretty good return there by Gabe Cafazzo. So the Hillers will bring out their offense. Start this drive at 11:23 left to go from their own 30.
11:23. A lot of time left here.
Oh, absolutely. This game's far from over. And they go out of the pistol. It's going to be a handoff. Pacholi hands it off to Lang, finding a little room. And we'll see where they mark him. And only for a yard. So I think the Hillers want to run it a little bit here, maybe try to burn a few of those minutes off the clock, but ultimately the important thing is to keep this drive going.
Yeah, you can't just run and get 1 yard. You gotta move the ball. It's too much time on the clock.
Pacholi going to line it up out of the gun with a back to his right. Takes the snap, and he's going to take it on the end around, and he will be pushed out of bounds at around the 35, so about a pickup of 4.
Hey, looked like he got a little bit more than that to me, but I guess not.
So it ends up being 3 yards. They mark him at the 34, second and 6 for the Hillers. And the clock is stopped at 10:38.
Yeah, they knocked him out of bounds. You gotta stay inbounds on those plays.
It's 3rd and 6. Out of the gun this time, and he's going to roll to his right, and that pass was touched by a defender, but caught along the sideline, but it looks like he was out of bounds.
They're going to roll him out of bounds.
And that is going to bring up 4th down for the Hillers, and they'll have to punt here.
Ooh, that's a tough one. They really needed at least 1 first down to really use as much of the clock as they could. That's a good defensive stand by Wayland.
It certainly is. And still very much plenty of time left on the clock.
Yeah, that drive took less than a minute, I'm going to say, or about a minute.
And a pretty good boot there by Morrissey, and
Walton's got the return.
Yeah, here he comes from the 35 along the far side, still fighting, dragged out of bounds just past the 45. So Wayland will also have some pretty good field position to start this drive. We'll start this one at 10:17 left to go. Well, we'll see if Wayland tries to dial up another big play. He'll have to be on the lookout for that. They may try again after a successful 56-yard touchdown play on their last drive.
I really think that they should be looking for the big plays.
Johansson out of the gun with a man in the backfield. Looks to his left, throws to his left, pass too high, nearly intercepted. Intended target was Montoya Wantal, and almost intercepted by Neil Rhodes.
Another one. He overthrew him, and Rhodes almost there for the interception. And he would have been gone if he caught that. There was no one in front of him.
Well, he already has one tremendous interception tonight. And it looks, do we have an injury on the field? No, they're just looking to the sideline. And they are set to go out of the gun. Johansson awaits the snap. Now he'll look to the sideline. Receiver spread out to either side. Man in the backfield. This is going to
be a pass play here.
Takes the snap, and under pressure, going to roll to his right. Finds a little room up the sideline, and takes it out of bounds at around midfield. So we got about 4 or 5 yards, depending on where they mark him here. We'll mark him at the 49, so it's good for 4. That'll make it 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
Boy, it's been a long time since we were watching this game at the beginning when the sophomore Bressler was quarterbacking for Wayland. They yanked him after about 3 plays, and we haven't seen him since.
Yeah, it's been all Johansson since. They're going to put Johansson under center. It's Ben Martinez in the backfield. And Johansson back out to the gun, and some confusion, it looks like, on the Wayland offense.
Again, looks like another pass play.
takes the snap, looks to his left, gonna roll to his left, looking upfield, airs it out up the middle, and that is caught! Caught at around the 20, and taking it for a few extras, the junior, Aiden Curry, a huge reception there as Wayland moves up to the around the 16.
Around the 15-yard line. And they're not wasting any time either.
They certainly aren't. They got their big play, and they're going to go in for the kill. Out of the gun is Johansson.
And he's looking back at Martinez.
Martinez in the backfield, and he'll hand it off this time. Martinez trying to find a little room on the edge, and he got a few yards there. Probably about 3 or 4. And actually, they're going to mark him, it looks like, around the 11, so several yards.
So again, Johansson looks at the sidelines for his audible, and then when he gets the play set in, he kind of takes a quick peek back at Martinez to make sure he's in the right spot, and that's kind of how you know he's going for him.
Well, the Wayland offense has certainly woken up in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they're going to go to Martinez again here. They're moving him around.
Johansson awaits the snap, takes it, hands it off to Martinez. Up the middle he goes, and he is brought down at around the, I want to say the 9 or 10. Leading the charge for the Hillers on the stop. I believe that was Devin Morrissey.
So we got 3rd and 5 from the 10 here. And we got Walton in the backfield now, but Martinez taking a break.
Still plenty of time left for Wayland. The snap a bit high. He pulls it down. Looking towards the end zone. Airs it out wide open. Is Dylan Engelhart, the senior, and he connects a 10-yard touchdown reception.
Wow, wide open. Blown coverage there.
And just like that, Wayland right back in the game.
They really are.
Touchdown.
This is really an amazing turn of events here.
It certainly is. It looked like the Hillers were going to run away with it, but Wayland said not so fast. They had that big 56-yard touchdown play on a couple drives ago, and now they get a big 33-yard play leading to the 10-yard touchdown reception, and the extra point is good, and it is a 5-point game with 8:02 left to go.
If the Hillers want to win this game now, they need to keep the ball. They can't let the ball get back into Wayland's hands without scoring some points first. Wayland has all the momentum at this point, obviously. So you have to really, you have to stop them with your offense.
Well, and you got to think, and the defense has been on the field quite a bit in this fourth quarter.
Right. Yeah, and you want to give your defense a chance to catch its breath. But the offense really needs to stop the momentum with their offense here and use the clock to their advantage and the yards, and they need points. 8 minutes to go, still a load of time. They've scored 2 touchdowns in 4 minutes.
And an unlisted number 24 tees it up for Wayland and is set to kick it away. And he's going to send it end over end, a nice kickoff back to about the 14-yard line. And here's the return for the Hillers. Could be a good one. Bursting through across midfield, the 40, the 30, all the way to the sideline, the 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Hillers. Patrice the house.
I don't see any flags.
And that's about a 87-yard kickoff return.
That is a huge answer by the Hillers. Now they really need to convert on the point after or the 2-point conversion here. They have not been able to do it tonight. This is when they really need it.
Just get the ball in Patrice Petit's hands
Yeah.
and watch him work his magic.
Just give him a step on the defense and forget it.
I hope you took the over on this one. The Hillers look like they're going to go for 2 here, try to get back up by 13. 32-21 game now. And some subbing in for the Hillers. They're saving those timeouts just in case. There we go. Piccioli out of the gun. To his right is Lang.
We have
And
a flag.
yeah, I think we're going to have a false start.
We do. Yep.
False start.
That'll push them back 5.
False start, Hopkins. 5-yard penalty.
They can ill afford the 5-yard penalty on the point after here.
Well, we'll see. They'll likely still go for the 2.
Right. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to convert a 2-point conversion or either of the extra point kicks. So they really can't afford to give up the 5 yards here.
Empty back set, takes the snap, under pressure, has a connection. Oh, he fumbled. It looked like he was going to get in, but then he ended up just kind of dropping the football, Ryan Lang, so that is no good. And the score is going to remain Hillers 32 to 21, but the most important thing about that was the 87-yard kickoff return by Patrice Petit to get the Hillers back on the scoreboard. Wow, we see some crazy momentum shifts in this one, Wally.
It was an electrifying kickoff return for a touchdown. That kid really showing some speed.
Certainly did, and he is going to be a huge asset to this team.
Yeah, Patrice Petit Ferrer, I am not a Frenchman at all, but his name says Patrice Little Brother. So the little brother is out there doing big brother things.
Great basketball player as well.
Can't wait to watch him.
Absolutely. Hillers set to kick it away. 7:47 left to go in the fourth quarter.
I would say don't kick it to Walton.
And they're going to keep it low, and that was kind of a mishap on that kick. It's going to be covered up at the 41, so that's where Wayland will start this drive with 7:45 left to go in regulation.
I think that was a kickoff. Don't kick it to Walton.
Well, they almost kicked it to Wally.
Yeah.
Tom Nappy, Wally Atterbury happened to be on the call for what has been a very great back and forth, exciting game. Our crew this evening, Mike Terosian, John Ritz, the A-team on the Hiller football broadcast.
Happy to be a part of it.
Well, Mike's kind of B+, but mostly the A-team. Just kidding, Mike. Empty back set for Wayland. Michael Johansson out of the gun. Some motion here. And he's going to throw the screen. Connects. And taken up to about the 44-45. Corralled in by Dimitri Galper, the junior. We'll make it a 2nd and 8 situation.
And it's Johansson out there with Walton in the backfield. It's interesting how Walton sets up very close to Johansson in the backfield, where Martinez gives himself a little bit more room in the backfield.
3 receivers spread out to the right. He throws the screen, and Walton has nowhere to go. A great stop by the Hillers.
Yeah, really great open field
Will
tackle.
Boucher on the stop.
Yeah, great open field tackle on that screen pass.
And that's actually a loss of a yard.
That was actually a loss of 3 or 4. It was 2nd and 7. And now it's 3rd and 11. So that was a big loss on that play.
Yeah. Yeah, my math was a little off there, wasn't it?
You were excited. You thought it was first down.
Back to pass, under pressure. Gonna roll to his left, still under pressure, gets rid of it. Up the middle, has a target, and it is caught. Was it caught? No, incomplete. Intended target, Dylan Engelhart. And it was actually a good pass by Johansson. And Engelhart was wide open in the middle, and now it's close. We got a flag.
I thought he caught it. I think he thought he caught it, and the flag might be unsportsmanlike for arguing. Well, we'll see.
Well, let's see what it is here.
I certainly thought he had caught that, but we will we'll see after the referees go to replay.
Well, Wally, I think a good portion of the fans watching don't think he caught it.
They probably had a better view than we did.
This is going to be against Wayland. Delay a game. So that's going to push them back. And I believe it's an unsportsmanlike conduct call as well. So that will move them back to the 36.
Ooh, 15-yard penalty on that. Oof.
So they'll lose some big yardage here, and now it's 4th and 16. They got to bring out the punting unit. Still 6:22 left on the clock.
Again, remember that Johansson's the punter and the quarterbacks, and we've got your gunners out wide. Could be receivers.
And it looks like we're going to have a timeout. Timeout Wayland, they want to talk about it. 6:22 left to go in the 4th quarter. Hillers leading 32-21.
It was a delay game from the player jumping up.
And let's have, how about some TVL updates while we have a moment. Dedham and Cardinal Spellman, they're in the 4th quarter. And Dedham leading Cardinal Spellman 14-0. And then some other updates. Bridgewater Raynham leading Plymouth South 21-14. We are ready to continue on. 4th and 16 from the 36. And Wayland is going to punt it away, or will they? Let's find out. They will indeed.
Ooh, big punt.
Johansson leaves that one with some good hang time. Nearly fumbled, but just covered up by Lucas Reed at around the 32.
Smart play by Reed to just get down on that ball. He didn't catch it cleanly, and he just laid on it. That's a smart play.
Well, if you're the Hillers, you're really going to think about the clock now. 6:15 left to go. Hillers with that 2-score, 32-21 lead. So I'd expect a couple runs to try to burn some time.
Yeah, they need the runs. They need to keep it up the middle, and they need to get yardage each time. They can't afford 3 runs up the middle for a yard each. They really need to chunk it up and get 3, 4, 5 yards at a time and move the ball.
Another local high school football update.
Oh, we got
Milford leading Leominster 16-6.
We got a flag against the Hillers here.
Oh wow, that was a late flag.
Personal foul after the play.
Personal foul after the play.
That's a big one. That's going to push them back quite a bit. They're going to go from what would have been the 32 all the way back to the 17.
Like we said earlier, it is still just a 1st and 10. It just gives them more yards to eat up the clock.
Right.
But they got to at least get up to midfield. They can't let Wayland get the ball back in any kind of good field position.
They run it here, about 3 yards on the carry.
No, they're going to give him no yards. Oh, no, they're moving it. All right, I thought he was not moving the yard marker.
Well, the Hillers, they're going to do some subbing here, and I think you're going to see a lot of trickery on these run plays. And they're going to snap it, and an attempt to get it to the edge, but Petroli has no room. A good stop by the Wayland defense. Leading the charge was Joseph Dearden, the junior.
Yeah, Petroli couldn't get around the corner there. He was just there with a big arm waiting for him.
Well, loss of a couple there, and now if you're the Hillers, you're thinking about that first down marker, facing a 3rd and 9 all the way back at the 18. Here we go, Petroli out of the pistol, and he is in trouble trying to find some room up the middle, and he's just able to dive forward.
We got a late flag here in an area normally where you would see holding, but it was late.
And this could be big for the Hillers, real big if it's on Wayland, but let's see what the call is
Hillers
here.
are clapping and pointing toward Wayland. Timeout Wayland. No.
So the clock stopped at 4:38
Face
to
mask.
go, and it's a face mask against Wayland.
5 yards.
So 5 yards, but that does not give the Hillers a first down. It'll remain 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Certainly a little bit better of a situation than a 3rd and 9.
Absolutely.
Pushes them up to the 35-yard line. So a big face mask call there.
Yeah, that's where you would expect to find a hold, but where the flag came in late, that was why I was skeptical of the hold call.
Well, a crucial situation here for the Hillers, and
And now the
it looks
clock's
like they
running
got,
at 4:33 to go.
they got Connor Richardson in at quarterback. So Connor Richardson in there for the Hillers as the quarterback, number 16. And he is going to take the snap, and he is going to try to take it himself, and he does not have much room there. Brought down at the line of scrimmage if he's lucky.
And here comes the punt team for the Hillers. Hopefully they can get a nice deep punt, cover it well.
Well, they're trying to catch Wayland off guard there, but it didn't work. And they want to talk about it. Will they risk it? 4:11 left to go. They only need a couple, and
2 yards. But deep in your own territory, though, and they haven't been able to stop Wayland in the last quarter.
right.
Correction, Wayland has one more time.
So it's pretty interesting. Connor Richardson appears to be staying in the game. Or, excuse me, Connor Chartson appears to be staying in the game for the Hillers.
But they are lined up to punt.
All right, they are going to punt. Well, they've had a couple follies on the punts. They're hoping for a good one here. And this one is going to be a wobbly one.
It's on the ground.
And nearly fumbled there, but Wayland able to jump on it.
He definitely left it there on the ground, ran away from it without it, and he was lucky to get back on the ball.
So here comes the Wayland offense.
And he is slow to get up on the far sideline.
It looks like, oh, that's a Wayland injury along that far sideline.
Yeah, he's the guy that took the kick, took the punt, left it on the ground, and then came back for it. And he probably got tackled right on the ball.
Ball is marked at the 47-yard line. So very good field position for Wayland, but with the injury on the field, we'll step aside on HCAM. All right, the injury situation has been resolved, which is great to see. And we are ready to continue on. A 1st and 10 for the Wayland Warriors from the Hiller 47-yard line.
4 minutes to go.
They got a package of 4 receivers along the left side. The pass, and it is caught. Here goes J. Walton, but he has no room. What a good stop by the captain, Will Boucher.
Yeah, a little bit of trickeration there by Wayland. They snapped the ball. Not all of the players moved. Johansson came running toward our side of the field where the receivers were just standing still, and they were hoping to get a little bit of, deception involved, and it didn't work.
2nd down, and he'll take the snap up the near side, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Yeah, underthrew his receiver on our side of the field. Good defensive coverage in the secondary for the Hillers.
Intended target was Alex Perlman, and good coverage there by the Hillers.
And now we're looking at 3rd and long here, 3rd and 9 for Wayland with 3:29 to go in the game.
Here we go, crucial play for Wayland. Johansson looks towards the sideline for the call.
He got Walton in the backfield. He's talking to him like it might be coming his way.
Johansson takes the snap, backpedals, looks up the right side, connects. And it's caught by Christian Montoya Wantel, the junior. And I believe he'll have enough for the 1st down. Or it's going to be very close here. Let's see.
It's right over the outstretched hand of the defender's reach.
We mark it at the 37.
Oh, we still have the clock still at 3:29.
Well, that was a crucial play for Wayland. Out of the gun once again, back to pass.
Deep.
Airs it out, and it is caught, but was he inbounds? It looks like he was. What a big play there. And coming through in the clutch is the junior, Aiden Curry.
Yeah, great catch on the sideline. You wonder where these big plays were for Wayland in the first half.
And that pushes them all the way up to the 5-yard line. So it ends up being a 32-yard reception for Aiden Curry, and Wayland in business.
And we got a timeout. Hillers on the field.
3:22 left to go in regulation, and Wally, the excitement in this one continues.
Yeah, it's really a tight game, even though it's a double-digit lead, 11 points. But Wayland's right on the 5-yard line, appearing ready, prepared to score, and the Hillers haven't really been able to stop them in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and just when you think Wayland's down and out,
right,
they make a big play and keep it going. And I hate to say it, but this game's not over yet.
No, and we've got a long way to go here.
The Hiller defense really would like to clamp down, though, and certainly make Wayland go a couple plays to try to get any type of score. Wayland offense coming back out. Quick TVL update in the 4th quarter. East Bridgewater now leading Norton 18-14. Medway all over Dighton Rehoboth, up 54-0 in the 3rd quarter.
Wow.
Here we go. Out of the gun is Johansson. The back to his right is Walton, and he's going to take it himself up the far sideline, and right in he goes.
Touchdown.
And that is a 5-yard touchdown run from Michael Johansson on the keeper.
And now he's going to come out and he's going to kick his own field goal.
And I think Wayland might go for 2 here.
Oh, yeah, he's out there.
Yeah, they're going to go for 2, I'd imagine. Try to put themselves within 3.
Wayland will go for 2.
Still 3:15 left to go on the clock.
Nope, they're going to kick this.
Oh, they are going to kick it. Or at least line up to kick it.
Right.
Dylan Engelhardt is out there. Snap, kick, and it is good.
The extra point is up and it is
So that'll
good.
make it a 4-point game.
15 to go.
Yeah, curious decision to not go for 2 there.
32.
Well, they probably figure can always go for 2 on the next touchdown.
Well,
Or actually, yeah, no, then they would only need a field goal,
to
right?
come back for a field goal
Yeah,
to tie it.
that is a curious decision. Well, all kinds of suspense here on opening night.
At 3:15 to go, all the Hillers have to do is get 1 first down, I would say.
I believe Wayland still has a couple
I think-
timeouts
I think-
as well.
I think they have 1.
We'll see if they try to have a squib kind of kick here to maybe try to cause
Yeah, a lot of
turnover.
a lot of players up close to handle the ball. Ooh.
Oh boy, this is gonna be against the Hillers.
On the field.
No, it's just a
Now there was a flag, and do they have too many on the field, perhaps? All right, someone was moving on the Hillers. It was against Gabe Cafazzo. So now they'll line up the kickoff from the 45.
And the Hillers are prepared for the onside kick, apparently. And they do have 1 player deep. And you got to think the onside kick is coming.
Well, I don't know. You might want to pin them back and trust your defense.
There you
And
go. Short kick.
that's what they're going to do.
That's going to be a live ball.
End over end of the 15. He'll slide up the sideline and cover it up. Good job hanging on to it by Lucas Reed. And now the Hiller offense will come out and try to get a couple first downs. 3:14 left to go in the game.
The 17-yard line.
And they'll be starting this drive from their own 17.
14 seconds to go.
Well, I think we've seen a little bit of everything tonight, Wally.
I know. I can't even imagine what's going to happen next. This is when the offensive line really has to stand up right here and push some holes and push Wayland back, because they really want to run, and you need the first downs.
Picholi takes the snap, and he's going to hand it off. Wang trying to test the edge, and he found a little bit of room. Got maybe a yard or 2. They gave him a couple.
They really need more than that per play here.
Well, right now, well, they probably figure the very worst case, we could burn a good amount of time off the clock.
Right,
but
that's why they're going out around the edges to kill at least a couple more seconds than they would up the middle.
Picholi and the offense back up to the line. Into the game is a running back, Gabe Cafazzo. Picholi gonna take it himself up the middle, and not much room. He fights his way to about the 25.
I think a play action pass over the middle would end the game here. because the Wayland defense is 11 guys up close to the line. You suck them all in with the play action fake and just dump it over the line to Petit Ferrer, and he'd be gone.
Well, we'll see if they take your advice on that one.
Let's
But
try to say it loud enough so that Coach Sanborn can hear me.
he's been quite the playmaker tonight.
He really
and
has been.
I'm sure they're going to consider him for getting the ball here.
And you can see Wayland is all their players are within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage here.
And he's going to go play action, takes it himself up the middle, and it looks like he will not have enough. And he'll be brought down right around either the line of scrimmage or maybe a loss of a yard. And that's going to bring up 4th down, and a late flag comes in. Now, what is this flag about?
And it stops the clock at 1:13, unfortunately.
Oh, they're marching towards the Hillers, so this might not be good.
Yeah, Hillers are moving backwards.
Well, you don't want to. Yeah, this is rough. It's going to pin them more back.
5 yards.
Ball is marked at the 18-yard line.
And we haven't gotten a signal from the referee yet, have we?
Not that I have seen. Looks like you might be getting one possibly now. Yeah, it was a false start.
False start on the offense.
They let the play happen, so there was a false start.
I guess so. I don't know. I'm a little confused.
And they put the clock back to 1:18.
Well, here we go.
They're down to 10.
Back to pass, rolling to his right, eludes one tackler, connects on the sidelines, but I believe it was caught out of bounds.
No, it's caught inbounds, and the clock is still rolling.
Well, that is huge for the Hillers to get that reception, and now you force a Wayland timeout. As Liam Grady corralling it in. Big reception there, Wally, forcing that
It really
timeout.
was, yeah. Only a couple of yards, but it kept the clock rolling.
4th down and 5.
The Hillers will likely punt here.
1 minute to go in the game.
1 minute, 4 seconds left to go. So Wayland will have some time to work with. And we know both of these teams are capable of scoring a touchdown in 1 minute and 4 seconds.
Yeah, right, and from long distance.
Back to receive is Brejay Walton. Morrissey out to kick it away. Snap, kick, oh boy.
No.
A wobbly one towards the sideline, and
It's a favorable bounce.
it lands at the 45, goes out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it. And they're going to mark it at the 49. So Wayland is going to start this drive. 57 seconds in Hiller territory.
Yeah, right. 57 seconds to go 49 yards for the win.
Here we go.
Not just for a touchdown, for the win.
You're right. Can the defense hold up?
And this is where that extra point comes in, looms huge. Because Wayland needs to score a touchdown here. A field goal does nothing for them.
Right. And it seems like they had pretty good kickers. A little surprising on the decision. The Wayland offense is out. Michael Johansson out of the gun in the backfield. Brejay Walton. 3 receivers to his right. Back to pass. Rolling to his right. Up the sideline. Interception! What a catch! Liam Grady! Liam Grady with the game-winning interception!
Seals the game with an interception on the first play from on Wayland's possession.
Just when you most need it, the Hiller defense comes through. Liam Grady with a sensational interception.
He went up to the top of the ladder to get that one. Reaching far above his head to come down with that interception and stay in bounds.
And don't forget, he had that 45-yard touchdown as well.
What great hands, that kid.
I think he deserves it. I'm just going to say it. Liam Grady, the HCAM player of the game.
I was going to say maybe Petit Ferrer, but give out a couple game balls tonight.
Yeah, we'll give out a couple.
And that'll do it. They kneel it down.
There's a lot of candidates, to be honest with you. But a tremendous ending for the Hillers as they're going to come away with the 32-28 victory.
One more
They'll
snap.
kneel out the clock and collect a win in their home opener.
And that will do it right there.
Wally, what a game.
A lot of drama in that game. A lot of exciting plays. A big win for the Hillers in their home opener.
Just a sensational win for the Hillers and a little bit of everything you saw in this game tonight.
Yeah, the opening kickoff fumble.
Right.
Defensive touchdown in the end zone.
I mean, you had the 45-yard touchdown, the 96-yard touchdown by Petit Ferrer, and
then the kickoff run back.
Crucial interceptions as well.
The kickoff run back for a touchdown by Petit Ferrer also. A real burner, like really shows off the speed going the long distances. It was amazing. And the one-handed grab that he pulled in for a touchdown, that was amazing plays tonight. And then the fumbles, amazing. Just, each team giving up all the fumbles made the drama even more amazing.
All right, there you have it. Hillers are celebrating. They get a win, a big win in their home opener. Hopkinton takes it 32-28, and that is just about going to do it for our coverage tonight. Wally, any final thoughts before we wrap up?
Just an amazing game. Like I can't decide if it was a great played game or a sloppy game or
it was a mixture of everything.
Both. Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, it was a wildly entertaining game.
It was a wild game.
It's going to take me about 5 hours to edit these highlights. Tremendous game. Great win by the Hillers.
Fall asleep tonight.
Hey,
Too much adrenaline.
A W's a great win, a great game. So they got the W. That's the important thing. 32-28. Excellent all-around play by the Hillers. Tremendous offense, tremendous defense. And Wally, I think this team's going to be very exciting this season. They certainly have some great athletes out there.
If all the games are anything like this one, we're going to be in for a treat when it comes to exciting plays and exciting games.
All right, well, that's just about going to do it for our coverage tonight. A big thank you to our crew, John Ritz, Mike Terroge, who did a great job as always. For my broadcast partner, Wally Henneberry, I'm Tom Nappy. The final score for the final time, the Hopkinton Hillers victorious in their home opener against the Wayland Warriors by a final score of 32-28. They get the victory here at home. We thank you for tuning in and watching HCAM. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.